This call is now being recorded.
Yo!
What's up?
What's up, man? Oh, same old shit every day.
That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna text you. Hey, how's training going?
He didn't show up.
Oh, he didn't?
Nope.
Got him to quitter,
After yesterday, I wouldn't have showed up. I would have showed after yesterday. After what he did yesterday, I wouldn't have showed up either.
What did he do? Did he talk about after he got off the phone with you?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Well, remember he asked me to stop and shit, like on our way down. I spent like forever in the bathroom. Do you not remember that?
He said
Hello?
he did something. He still be there?
Yeah. Do you remember? Remember he asked me to stop on the way down yesterday? We were coming down this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently he fucking threw up on himself and shit himself.
Oh, wow.
No, I thought mostly he kept it to himself, like, you know what I mean, like just on his shirt or whatever, because he had like fallen asleep or whatever with his like head down. And I heard him like gagging or whatever, and I like shook him. You know what I mean?
And
I think this is. I don't remember if it was before I called you or not.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I was like, and I was in the middle of telling him your moving story because he used to work for Atlas, right?
Yeah,
So he was a mover. That's a legitimate moving company. Atlas,
Yep.
you know what I mean? And
Yep.
I was in the middle of telling him your story, and he's like, like that. I'm like, what the? You know what I mean? Like, you okay, bud?
Oh yeah, fine.
Yeah, that's what he did. He was like, I'm good. I'm like, okay. And then his fucking head goes in between his legs and shit, like only being held up by the seatbelt. I'm like, dude, like shaking him, you know, like grabbing his arm and like pulling him and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, whatever. He's got some kind of condition, you know what I mean, that maybe, you know, he didn't report or whatever, but like this ain't cool. I'm glad he's not driving, that kind of thing. You know.
Man.
Anyway.
Man. So he shit himself.
So whatever, like, yeah, I didn't know anything. I mean, it's dark. You know what I mean? It's like 4 a.m. It's dark. You know,
Yep.
I didn't think anything of it. I didn't smell anything. You know, I just figured he has like narcolepsy or something.
Yep.
So that he has to stop. Like he's like, I don't feel too good. You know, I think I got food poisoning. You know, I ate something my daughter gave me. Might have been bad. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? We stopped. And anyway, we're on the phone at that point.
Yep.
And he's in there for like 25 minutes or whatever it was. I was just like, dude, we gotta go. We're late now, dude, because of this, you know.
Yep.
Anyway, we get there. So you don't say nothing. We get there, get our load. We had to do a preload and then pick up our loaded. And I'm like, hey, are you okay? You gonna continue on? You need me to drop you back off on the way back up because we had to go back north. To go to Hazleton, right back up 81. So it's like, no, I'm good, or whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm not your fucking daddy or whatever. So,
Yep.
yeah, choice is yours. But like, you know, we get back to the yard and he's in the bathroom again for like another half hour at the yard. I'm like, dude. He comes out. He's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have you. I think I'm gonna take your offer or whatever. Okay. You know, no problem, no sweat. You're not, if you're not feeling good, you're not really going to learn anything.
Man, yep.
You know. You know, it's just the misery. We still got another like 6 hours of work. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
And I can't stop every half hour so you can use the bathroom.
For 25 minutes.
You know. Yeah, it's like not going to work.
To be like, so Dave, why'd you get back like 4 hours late? You know,
Oh no, dude, it gets better. I mean, so nothing really happened on the way back. We stopped. I had to get fuel. So he like grabbed like a Gatorade or something, you know. After going into the bathroom again. But he was actually at the truck waiting for me when I got back because I had to piss and I ordered breakfast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went and grabbed that and then we took off. Like he was actually out there waiting for me. So it wasn't too bad. And then he gets out of finally get back. I drop him off. And it's daylight now.
Yep.
So I still really, I get it, like when he was in the truck, I get a whiff here and there of like vomit, I mean, just remember, I did EMS for like fucking over 20 years. Like, I know, that shit doesn't bother me, but I know what it is. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me though. So, that was when he was in the truck, and then he gets out, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? He got it all on himself, cool. And then he gets out. I go up the road. I'm sitting at a red light to get back on the 283 North. I look over at the seat, and you could see the dried vomit stain on my seat. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, like on my truck that's that I've been in for 7 months or whatever. It's never I've had like a couple people in it here and there, like doing what I'm doing with this guy, like just a couple days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just so, he could see some other stuff and regardless, like now I gotta clean this shit up. So I call a terminal manager at the shop. Like, hey, we got, I got an off-the-wall thing for you. He's like, oh, here we go. Because he's fielded some doozies for me. You know what I mean? Like, I called in the one day when I got sick, I had a customer and, like, threw up in their bushes. I called him to ask what to do. Because I'm at this place, you know what I mean? Like, I'm delivering flour to, and I'm, like, throwing up in their bushes. Because I'm sick, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he's like, gee, I don't know. Like, I've never had anybody call me and ask me this before. I never had anybody do that. Like, really? He's like, yeah, just let them know, and, maybe they'll I'm like, where is it at? I'm like, I was in this bush over here. I mean, you can't really see it unless I point it out,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but you should still tell them. They came out with water, like a buckets of water and whatnot, and just dumped it on there. Kind of like sloshing around. Anyway.
Like that's
it was good fertilizer
better, right?
for the bush. What's that?
Like pouring water on is going to make it better.
Yeah, well, just dilute the.
Yep.
That's what I call him. He's like, I'm like, do we have any kind of like solutions for cleaning up, like, vomit and blood and stuff like that? We used to have a concoction when I ran EMS that we would spray, like peroxide and ammonia or whatever, He's like, no, I have bleach wipes. I'm like, dude, it's a black seat. He's like, well, that's all I got. Okay. Like I got glass cleaner. I got glass cleaner. I'll spray the seat with glass cleaner. Something. I think, it's got ammonia in it. No, I got the glass cleaner I got ammonia free. I'm like, son of a bitch. I did it anyway. But wiped it up with paper towel, then sprayed it again. Yeah, I mean, like after a little while, and it's pretty well up. So just like I really don't need that. So it gets even better. Now, I'm thinking, I'm finally at my delivery. I got it cleaned up. I get a call from his dispatcher, the guy, because he's from a different terminal, and I'm just helping them out because they have another new hire coming in. You know what I mean? So their trainer's doing his orientation, and he shouldn't be long in training because he has experience. You know what I mean? So he has experience in pneumatic tanks. You don't need that much training. Just kind of like show us the paperwork and our procedures and stuff. Not all you're off to the races. So like he was thinking 3-4 days. Anyway, so the dispatcher calls me up. He's like, hey, hey, are you outside the truck right now? Are you on your phone? I'm like, yeah. I'm standing in the receiving office for this customer. You know what I mean? I just got here. He's like, is he with you? I'm like, no, he's on his way home. Like, I dropped him off an hour and a half ago. He's like, oh, good. Did he really shit himself? I'm like, oh, my God. How did you know? Like, I let dispatch know. I called dispatch when he said he was going to go home. I let him know that he wasn't feeling good. And then he was going home. But I also, after I dropped him off, I called his trainer, I called his trainer and was like, hey, this is what happened, you know what I mean? And I guess he told him, the dispatcher, what was going on, and he's like, dude, he's like, I feel so bad for you, like, that's crazy. He's like, how are you not sick or whatever? I'm like, oh, you don't, I'm like, understandably, not a lot of people around here know what I used to do, so it's like, oh, you don't understand, like, where I came from. Like, all I ever wanted to be when I was in school was a paramedic and a firefighter. Like, that's all I wanted to be. You know what I mean? So, like, they don't know that side of me, that I did all that, and, that this is kind of like my, trucking is a second career or whatever. So,
Man.
like, that's, like, nothing. That whatever is I've seen way worse. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh yeah, my dad was an EMT, and he's. I'm like, yeah, so he knows. So you kind of get it, but like he's like, yeah, I couldn't do it. Like, okay, cool, Yeah, so it was, it was quite an interesting day yesterday, and I didn't get done till like 3:30, when I should have been done at 1 o'clock because of all this, because of that.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep.
But today, I should be done by like 11. So,
Yep.
Well, he was supposed to, I told him yesterday, I already knew about this load, and I said, hey, 2 o'clock tomorrow, if you're up to it. If not, just text me and let me know if you can't make it, if you're still feeling sick or whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? You're not going to get in trouble. You're just not going to make any fucking money. That's all. But you're not going to get docked or anything. You're sick. You're obviously sick. They know about it. Like, don't worry. Just let me know. He never fucking said shit. I come in at like 1:40 into the yard. You know what I mean? And he's not there yet. So I'm like, whatever. Like we came in yesterday at 2:45. He was there already when I came in. So I figured I'd get the same treatment. No, so it's like 2:10 and he still ain't there. I gotta go. I texted him at 2 o'clock. You on your way? When I saw he wasn't there, it was like 2:02, whatever. Are you on your way? No, nothing. Just crickets. And he has an iPhone, so I could see if he read it. You know what I mean? And it just said, received. It didn't say read. So I'm like, great. Like, whatever. It doesn't matter. I gotta go. It's no skin off my back, dude.
Yep.
But you're gonna have to answer some questions like today, later. Because I'm gonna have to report he didn't show up. But again, he was sick yesterday, so he had food poisoning. Like that, it takes a while to get over that.
Yep.
You're puking and shitting your guts out. So yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it could have been way worse, but he could have been all over the floor and the dashboard and the vents.
Could have been like one of the guys that I guess another guy that works with now with Centurion, but he was with WSI. But
okay.
I met him, the guy Zach. I met him when I was with Hope, and they brought him on and had me training him with Hope. So he was with me for like a week. It's funny because I bought the this is before I had my actual FedEx rain jacket, all weather jacket, whatever. So I had bought that yellow rain jacket from Love's, And because I was trading him during the winter time too, where it's like you got like the really cold weather, but then you have the rain on some days where you're getting rained on, but it's also freezing weather, almost like 38, 37, 38. And so like he showed up, and like I had my I had just gotten the FedEx jacket at that point, so I still had the Love's rain jacket. And he shows up to train with me, and he's like, hey, Zach, nice to meet you, whatever. I'm like, oh, cool, hey, I guess you trained with me this whole week, all right, cool, like literally like because he wasn't clear to drive yet with FedEx, it takes a little bit, like they got through the whole process. It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's part of why I would, unless I'm not gonna work with FedEx anymore, I wouldn't want to quit and then try to come back later, like because it would just be a real pain in the ass. It took him like when I was trying to come on, it took him like a month for me to finally get cleared because there was like they kept, we have more questions that you got to answer online. You got to go do this other screening. I'm like, I've done like 6 of these. What's fun? Oh yeah, it's this. I said, well, I know it's FedEx, it's a pain in the ass, but they just need it done. I'm like, all right, fine. Log on and do it. Take like 5 minutes. Wait another couple weeks. All right, cool. Now that you do. So I was like, all right. But so I met him and he was still, he wasn't cleared yet. So basically, I was like, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my six delivery or my 6 pickups, and I'll do the driving, and I'll have you just get out and do the physical stuff. Like I'll pull up, you go ahead and you go out and disconnect everything.
Go for it.
And I'll back up to I'll back up. You'll hook up everything, whatever. So we went about it like that, and I joked with him, was like, because I highly doubt you're gonna, you don't really need to drive on this route because you're not gonna be doing these stops. You're probably gonna be doing something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive it and let you do the physical stuff to get used to that. He goes, cool. But here it's raining on us, it's freezing, and I got the FedEx rain jacket. He's in he had long pants on, but he had like a short sleeve shirt, didn't have a coat or anything. It was like literally getting out in the rain, whatever.
Right.
And so for a little bit of the day, I'm watching him out in the rain do this. I'm feeling kind of like an ass. Like, but then I finally offered him I'm like, hey, like, I tossed him the yellow rain jacket. Here, throw this on. He's like, I was like, dude, why'd you come out here with a coat or something? He's like, I don't have one, and because I've been out of work for a little bit, finally got, like money's really been really struggling. I go, trust me, I understand that, I mean, hell, I'm feeling it right now. I'm waiting for that first paycheck, But
yes, sir.
So I gave him I let him wear the rain jacket or whatever. We get through the rest of the week, and then we find out like towards the end of the week, because actually he was going to be working with me. Basically at the end of the day, he went to hand me the rain jacket back. I said, hold on to that for a little bit. I said, go ahead, just keep it, and because obviously you need a jacket. I've got this one. I've got the FedEx one, so like I'm not too worried about it. You go ahead and keep that one, even though I spent $40 on it. But I was like, dude, I don't care. Go for it. You need it more than I do right now. It's technically an extra one, but what he did, like towards the end of that week, he actually had we found out that like my original boss with Hope that had sold the company just before I left, he was trying to bring him on and actually have him go out of like work an overnight shift out of Murfreesboro, and he was already driving 45 minutes to an hour to get to Mount Juliet, so it's gonna be like an hour and a half to get to Murph.
Oh my god!
And he was already struggling financially, and he was like, I can't do it. Like I can't afford that. Like that's too much of a commute, for the money that we're getting paid, And I'm like, yeah, I hear you. I can do 35 minutes. And I was like driving 40 minutes myself to get to Mount Juliet from Nashville. And I was like, I wouldn't want to drive an hour and a half. Like, fuck you.
Like, why can't I just come out of Nashville? Like, what the fuck?
Or out of Mount Juliet or something, but
yeah.
So he basically just like, well, I guess I gotta quit and figure something else out. So I had another friend that had left Hope and he was over at Johnson and was talking about all these like, I'm making like $1,700 a week over Johnson, blah blah blah. So I reached out to him and said, hey Brad, I got this guy I've been training over here, and Doug's kind of trying to screw him over, trying to send him out to Murph instead of and I was like, do you guys need a driver over there? And he was, oh yeah, we do. So I was like, brought him on a dedicated over there. But that's why it's funny, like, us being the age that we are, running like you come in the middle of the night working all night, whatever. And yet, we're not pulling over and taking naps in the middle of our shifts.
Yeah.
But Zach, because he did
young kids are out here in their 20s, like,
yeah, because he's like
taking 3-hour naps and shit.
I think when I met him, I think he said he was 21 or 22. And it's been a couple of years, so he's probably like 24, 25 now, you know. But he was running I guess he was picking up a load that would get loaded at like 9:30 at night. He was taking it to Atlanta, and then he'd get loaded out there and come back. And so every so often, coming back from Illinois, I'd call him up, shoot the shit for a little bit or whatever. But he'd be like, "Oh, all right, man. Well, I gotta let you go. I'm gonna pull off of this corner of this parking lot over here. I gotta take a nap, and I'm dying." It'd be like 1 in the morning, like 1:30. He's like, "Oh man, I'm so tired." And I'm like, dude, like I'm out here till like 5. It's like, getting back at like 5 in the morning, and I'm not. I have done it, if I'm desperate, do the safety CS or whatever. But
yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah, but I mean, if I'm just like a little tired, like didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but yet I'm
not like every day.
Pretty much. But so he told me the story once that he was out there near Mount Eagle, I guess, that mountain pass going on 24 towards Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
And it's had a really big, it's a really big climb up and really steep incline down where you have to literally it's not as bad as like Denver, but it's still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, and the FedEx truck is not bad at all because we're never really that heavy, so literally you still have to have your Jake going or whatever, but it's not like struggling to keep up. But he told me he had one of the days he called me up. He goes, "Yeah, dude, like, oh my god, like I've got like PTSD from last week, man. Something happened." I was like, "Dude, what's fuck?" He's like, "Oh man, I was out at near Mount Eagle. I came in, I just wasn't feeling the greatest, but but he's kind of like us, like he's not feeling good, and he can be upright, and moving. We're gonna be up there working. I'll call out if I can't even stand up, like if I can't get myself out of bed because I'm so sick. I'm like, yeah, I can't move. Like I'm not safe to be behind the wheel, so okay, cool, get better." But
wow.
He said he got up to Mount Eagle and he said all of a sudden he's like, his stomach turned. He goes, "Oh crap, I'm gonna throw up." And he pulled off on that Mount Eagle where you could pull off like a little, not a rest area, but it's a little parking area you could pull off technically to check your brakes. He pulled off over there and parked. He said he went to grab the trash can to throw up, but he had an explosive out of both ends to the point where he said it came out of his pants and went all over his truck.
Oh no!
And so everything was covered. And I was like, "Did you turn around and come back to Mount Juliet afterwards?" He goes, "No, I completed the run. I went to Atlanta and delivered, came back. I said, fuck that." I said, "If that happened to me, I could turn around. Sorry, I can't do this load. I'm sorry." So some of the managers of the company were not very happy with him because of having to do a massive cleanup, the decontamination of that truck. He was like, "I tried to clean up as best as I could, but it was everywhere, man. The seats, the windows, and the floor." And I was like, "Oh man." I was like, "Man." And that was only like half an hour because Mount Eagle's not that far out of Mount Juliet, so then you still got like another 2 hours at least to probably 2 or 3 hours to get to Atlanta. And he completed it, delivered, came back.
I would turn right the fuck around.
I would have too, man. Especially because like the whole way you're gonna smell it the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just throw up and it's shit too, and it's like, oh man, yeah, no good. I mean, hell, I worked when I got sick with Taco Bell, the night before, and still came in and worked my Saturday, did my weekend shift or whatever, and hadn't eaten for quite a while. And finally, by the time I got done for the day, it was like I was actually hungry. And that's when I went to the Chinese buffet because usually on the weekend, that's kind of what I did. If I got up early enough, I'd hit the all-you-can-eat buffet. Since I didn't live out that way, so I rarely ever was able to hit it. Usually I got off too late when they closed, so it's like, now I got to find a new place out here. I actually tended to try to hit them that last week that we were in Nashville. Was like, I got to get out to Mount Juliet and get my Chinese buffet that I love, whatever. But then with the way everything went down those last couple of days with the movers, I just didn't.
Yeah, wasn't even.
didn't have a chance. It was like just trying to get out of there, and now just trying to figure out our game plan because Erin and I were talking about it, and she was like, "Well, it's it's going to cost so much money to replace everything," and I was like, "Love, we're not going to have to replace everything because we're going to get it back. I just don't know how we're going to get it back." And she was like, "Because it just doesn't feel like home without our stuff," and I was like, it feels like home to me. I was like, "Yeah, we're missing a lot of stuff, whatever, but like we're going to get it back, whatever."
Yeah.
Probably gonna have to go through She wants me to go through the attorney general and just message him again to basically be like, "Yeah, I've been emailing the company and haven't been getting any response back." So Betsy wants us to go to small claims court, take him to court or whatever, and I'm like, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of like, I told Aaron, I said I'm kind of leaning more towards trying to figure out how to basically pay the bill, get our stuff, and then take legal action against the company. Like. Get our stuff first or out of their possession, and then go after basically either for a full refund or something, and lay our case out before the judge or whatever, and basically see what we could do. But it's like we don't need our stuff for this to be home, though.
No. Replace new things.
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to get answers from that guy yesterday, but he was all addled and shit. So he did say like, well, when he worked for Atlas, it's like it was all handled by somebody else. We just showed up and did, moved the people's shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was never handled by us.
So they dealt with a broker.
But they're in a full tractor trailer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their people are probably paying out the nose for them.
Yep. Yeah, 'cause, especially if it's like, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, it shouldn't be like, hey, you get that much for just a basic truck. It should be like, hey, you're paying $7,000, we're gonna move you.
Yeah.
But it was, oh no, you got all these like
26
cubic feet, and you got this long, and blah blah blah. And I'm like Zoe actually asked, she's like, well, now I look back, I kind of wish that maybe when I saw you arguing with him behind the truck, that maybe I wish I would have come over there and tried to like back you up or whatever. And I'm like, well, I was like, not your fault. Like, obviously there's nothing we really could do. I was like, I look back now and wish I kind of went about it differently too, like telling me, like, okay, take our stuff off the truck. We're gonna figure something else out, or gone ahead and let them, like with that first half of the truck that they had loaded that said that was all we were allotted. I look back now and go, I should have just said, go ahead and close it up, and we can't afford the rest of the truck. Just go ahead and take that. We'll deal with the rest, because I could have afforded technically to pay them what they're asking at that point, even though they should have been grabbing more stuff, but
whatever you already agreed to, I get that. Like, it wouldn't have been an issue.
It would have been. Right. We technically should have still been more than the half that truck, because if it's 30 foot, that means it's only 15. So, but I've argued with them about that till technically blue in the face, because like, oh, you signed this, you agreed to this, blah blah blah, and you doing them. I'm like, yeah, but you guys aren't proving anything to me as far as like your the dimensions on the truck. Like, you're saying that, well, it's 30 foot, it's a lot more cubic feet than a 26. Like, no, it's not. Might be a little bit more, but so
it's a setup, dude. They're going in there and do that shit on purpose.
Yep. So mainly just want to see what we can do to get our stuff recovered, but of course Betsy, it's funny because Betsy's like, she could technically assist financially with it, but she said like do the whole, well, I'd recommend this, and like Chris does such and such. And it's funny, she asked Aaron these questions, and it's in a group chat with she and I both in the chat with Betsy, like, hey, Aaron loves blah blah blah. Do you do that? Of course, all like Aaron won't know something. I don't know. Chris handled that. I'll pop in there and be like, yeah, it's such and such. And then, okay, Aaron. So, and I'm like, so that's why I'm like, I don't really pop in there or I don't even like make too much effort with Betsy because it's like, you know,
Yeah,
I can't. You know,
anyway.
She's weird. She's one of those where I get the occasional where she'll message me and be like, "Hey, Chris, I really appreciate everything that you do for Aaron and the girls and the grandkiddos. You know, it's like I know how hard you work and whatever." I'm like, do you though? Because I mean,
with all your Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes.
Yep, and you know, apparently that Aaron is like so much better on a computer than I am and stuff. I'm like, really? Like, you know that how? I mean, it'd be like me making a comment about like, well, Jess, maybe you should do it because Dave's not that great on a computer. I'm like, I don't know how great. I know you write books, but other than that, I don't know how you are on a computer. You know.
Yeah,
So it's like that's how she. For me, it's like she knows I've done stuff, but other than that, it's like, you know. And then I try to with that Excel spreadsheet. I actually sent it to Erin, and she couldn't even open it up. Like, I actually have the software on my computer to open up an Excel spreadsheet. She doesn't. She goes, it won't open for me. I'm like, well, do you have the software? And she goes, no. I was like, all right, but yeah, you're better.
Well, you gotta have it.
Yeah.
Gotta have Excel on your computer to open it.
Yep.
That's how that works.
So I'll laugh and be like, yeah, you know, it's obvious. Well, clearly you're so much better than I am. And she's like, love dropping. It's fun, you know. It's like, you know how she is. I'm like, I know, but. I wish you would come to bat for me with her a little bit, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, you know how she is? It's like, it's not worth arguing with her. I mean, I was like, I argue with my parents about you. Yeah, I thought Zoe was, when I was trying to sleep earlier, I thought Zoe was hammering something. Because, like, a couple hours after I went to bed or whatever, literally I woke up to the, you know, basically the familiar sound of what you think somebody sounds when they're like banging on wood, like bah, bah, bah. Then of course Aaron pops her head in and goes, "They're shooting off fireworks outside." Oh, okay. One of the neighbors, they're setting stuff off. Oh, okay.
Oh,
cool.
She made new friends already?
No, it's just one of the neighboring houses across the street, I guess, is setting stuff off.
Well, it wasn't Zoe, it was the neighbors. I get it.
Yeah, we've kind of kept to ourselves in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But other neighbors haven't really come over or you know, come up to us out when we're out about anyway and introduce themselves either. So it's like we're not exactly. I think there's a lot of us that are like, hey, we wave, and then we'll go back inside.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, neighbor, see you later.
Mhm.
Went ahead, had Aaron's car towed to Firestone today, or yesterday.
Oh,
so they
okay.
can check it. So they can
Are
check
they
out the.
going to work on it reluctantly, or?
Well, I mean, I could tell that the guy I dealt with, I kind of understand why he was that way because hell, when we were there at like 1 o'clock, like a lot of cars and they were, you know, parked in the parking lot. They had like 2 cars in each. They had 2 bays, and they had 2 cars in each bay. So I mean, they were busy, and they had people waiting in the lobby or whatever. And, because when we dealt with AAA in Nashville, because I always thought it was like the base plan, you know, you get 5 miles. So they'll tell you. Apparently that's not the case. Yeah. It depends on where you are. Because like apparently in Kansas City, they'll only tell you for 3 miles, and you take $8 a mile for additional. So
yeah, well, that makes sense.
It's like 4.7
miles
you're in a
more
away
rural area, right?
Well,
or like
I don't know.
Suburban.
Because they said just up here in the Kansas City area. It's like yeah. So
okay.
I have no idea. But I mean, yeah, we're like 4.5 miles away from the nearest Firestone, and so basically, well, when I went ahead and did the request, because of course, like last night I wasn't sure if I was gonna have go ahead and do it or whatever. It was maybe wait a day or two, and Aaron was like, what are we gonna do about my car? Getting that Firestone, and I was like, I don't know. She's like, sigh. Okay, well, I guess I'll figure something out. I was like, man, instead of going to bed, I guess I'll do something, you know. But
Yeah.
got them to do this, so they showed up or whatever, and I basically handed the guy the keys. I was like, "You want to back out of the garage and pull it up on your truck?" He was, "Yeah, I'll do it." All right, cool. There you go. We were talking like it even struggles to even fire up, man. I was like, you know, as it's like trying to, and I'm like, yeah, there's something going on with one of the cylinders, I think. It's like he's not even wanting to stay running and running rough or whatever. So, but and then he's trying to start it up to back it off the truck when we got to Firestone, and it wouldn't start up for probably about 30 seconds, and then it finally fired up. And I was like, I was afraid you're going to get stuck on your own truck. He was, I kind of was too. So, but you know how it is when you go in there and you check in with them, and they're like, well, do you have an appointment? I was like, I don't know. He goes, what's the name? Because I said, he told me that I could drop it off today, but you probably wouldn't get to it until tomorrow. And he's like, what's the name? Gave it to him. He's like, hey, lodge it, spell it for him. He goes, yeah, he put you down there for tomorrow. All right, cool. I was like, yeah, I almost didn't get off the tow truck back there because it had trouble firing up. He goes, oh, you were the one being towed in. All right, cool. I was like, yes, sir. So, gave my number or whatever, and then when I got home, I told Aaron, I didn't think about it until I left, that I probably should have given him your number because depending on what time they get to the car, I might be asleep when they try to call me. You know, like, of course, Aaron would probably get the call and then wake me up. Hey, it's done. Can we go get my car now? I just slept for like 2 hours. I want to get up now. Can we get it tomorrow? Because if it's something else, then we'll get charged that diagnostic fee or whatever. But if it is part of the work that they did, then that'll get waived. They'll just take care of the problem. So crossing fingers, hoping for the best.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
All right.
Misa back. I hope you're whistling a tune.
It's a me.
Yeah, that was that trainee. He was like apologizing left and right. He's like, yeah, they told me to stay home. I'm like, what? They didn't fucking tell me that. Like, I understand. He's like, yeah, but I'm good to go. I want to work, and they're telling me to stay home. I'm gonna go with somebody else. I'm like, when? He's like, tomorrow. I'm like, that's so dumb. Like, you should have just went with me again, and then. But I think, I didn't tell him this, but it has something to do with him like vomiting in my truck and shit. They were probably like, we'll just not gonna send him with Dave anymore. You know, he doesn't need to relive that or whatever. You know, like just like trying to like, look out for me or whatever. But like, I don't need it. You know.
And
But they didn't tell me. Like they should have told me that he was told to stay home instead of me showing up and waiting for him for like 15, 20 minutes or whatever it was, instead of just leaving when I was ready to go, you know. They should have told me that he wasn't going to be coming in. And I checked my email, I didn't have any missed calls or voicemails or text messages.
and
So, oh well.
yep.
There's going to be some kind of, he's pissed because he wanted to work, you know what I mean, and he's ready to work, and he wants to get through training, and he's not going to just keep pushing it backwards.
And
Leaving early yesterday because of he being sick or whatever, and I'm going to change his drawers. Whatever,
change all his clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Because I'm sure his shirt probably had stuff on it too.
Like, it's not that hard to send an email. You know what I mean? They pride themselves on sending emails. All the trainers have company emails. Like, just send us a fucking email.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They'll send an email to everybody else about something more serious than this, you know?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this guy's going here, too. I think it's Josh in front of me. I've been following him. We both left the yard at the same time. I wonder if I'll find out. He might have the whole wheat load, because there's another guy behind me who I'm supposed to meet at the customer to help him, like I got to retrain him or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just silly, but at the same time necessary. Some people forget, or I think he just kind of got complacent a little bit, which you can't do in this job. You can't be complacent in this job, man. Even driving, you can't. That's how you mess up. But I wonder if he might have the whole wheat load if he's left out at the same time we all did, because it's usually 8 a.m. For the whole wheat. Because you can't even start unloading at this place until 8, because it's like there's like houses right next door. It's in the middle of Reading, dude. You know what I mean? It's in a neighborhood. But like, I'm pretty sure that place was there before the houses, you know?
Yep.
Or like, all at the same time or whatever.
Probably like Philly, where you got like places that are not built for trucks.
Yeah, well, they were built for trucks back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. That were like 30 feet long, 40 feet long. Not 53 feet.
Yep.
They were only 12 feet high.
Yep.
I guess he ran out of blinker fluid. He didn't put his right turn signal on. He get in the truck stop. He gets, yes, that's why he's here. He's got to get some. You ever seen that post with the bottles of fluid? It says blinker fluid on it.
Yep. Or the ones where it shows like the video, the little reels where it shows the prank that older like guys that pulled on their daughter or something, saying, "Go in there and
Oh,
tell
yeah.
the bleecker fluid." And they come out like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed." Oh my god! It's like what? Like what? You didn't find any? Like they said, there's no such thing as bleecker fluid.
Yep.
Are you sure? Go back in there and ask them again.
What an asshole. Not my food runner guy. There's the guy in front of us, like, just stopped for no reason. He just, yeah, so we all, like, cut through. And he comes fucking flying around just to pull into a fuel island. After being stopped in the middle of the parking lot. Like he was going to park, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess he decided he wanted fuel first. I don't know. Unfucking believable.
So yeah, with money being a little bit tight till get paid or whatever, I was like trying to think, all right, how do I squeak out of getting paid without like running out of gas and being completely broke, whatever. So it's like I brought, because Aaron, when I got up, Aaron had made like this pasta salad. You know, those little box kits you get at the store, and you just add like mayo to it or something. And it's like it already comes with everything in it. You just boil boil it and stuff like that, and then strain it and basically add mayo or whatever you're gonna. Or so it's like a pasta kit or pasta salad kit or whatever. So I brought some of that with me. Figured, all right, I'll just, instead of grabbing food at McDonald's, I'll just bring this little container. Go ahead and eat it like 1 o'clock or whatever. And then I figured, since I have the points on my pilot card, since there's a pilot right next to Love's, I was like, well, instead of going to Love's, I'll just pilot and I'll use the points. And I had hoped to buy a mug or 2 mugs, like buy the cold drink one and the coffee mug. Just get it from. But I go there, and of course I'm looking around.
$6 one, not the $18 one, right?
Yeah. Well, they don't even have them. They don't have anything there. Because I was walking around, like, hey, do you guys not sell any mugs or whatever? She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, like for like you do refills or whatever, but you fill your own. She goes, no, we used to, but we haven't for a while. I'm like, I suck.
Yeah, they had that like that fill cup or whatever. They used to have like it all over them, for pilot.
Yep.
Called it Phil, like with PHIL.
Yep. And I mean, at pilots, I still see like the Flying J stopped at when I was heading home on Saturday. They had a couple things there. They had like 32-ounce hot or cold one that keeps your stuff hot or cold for like 30 hours. And I was like, well, I mean, if I get a 24-ounce like that, I would have done it. But I was like, yeah, because I was looking at that, it looks like a coffee mug, versus like I would love to find the big 64-ounce one. I had once that was like a big blue, highly insulated that you literally just set it on the floor because it's so big that it's not going to tip over. But I was like, oh well, I'll probably end up, if I can't find another pilot that has them, I'll probably end up just buying it from the Loves that's down this direction. Whenever I get paid again, I'll just, because they had a lot. When I saw the ones that were actually priced decently, they had a whole shelf that had like a bunch of different kinds. Whereas like the one that was like $18, they had like 5. It's like one over here, one of this kind, one of that kind. Even the ones that just look like the basic coffee cups, that weren't fancy. There's like looked like the styrofoam cups, but they were the ones you could reuse. Even that was like $15. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to pay $15 for that. 5 or 6.
Yeah, no. Not when it sells for $6 at other places.
Yep. I mean, hell, maybe I'll check at Quick Trip, close to home or whatever, because it's like literally right down the street from us. But I mean, we have a couple places. They're like, go ahead, dude. I've had this tractor trailer that's been tailgating me for the past 15 miles, and finally, when we get a line saying that we aren't supposed to pass, all of a sudden he goes over to pass. And there's a car coming at us, so I literally slowed down to 50 to let him fly by me and get over, because he he didn't clear that oncoming car with that too much distance. Even with me slowing down, it was still probably there's like at least a few hundred feet that. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of why I slowed down. Like, this is gonna be bad. Because there was like 10 miles that we had nobody coming the other direction. There was a lot of wide open gaps. He could have totally passed me, but he waited till like the last minute when suddenly we're on like curves and whatever, and we had the no passing zone. And then he's like, "Oh, man, do it! All right, here we go." All right, man.
Gotta go.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, what the hell? Trying to order my breakfast and it fucking app's being all slow and shit.
Go ahead, buddy. Slow down for you to pass me too. Another truck. These day cabs that are, in a hurry, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like if I'm going 65 and you can't really speed up that much, then it's like if that's like if I'm behind somebody and they're just going just slow enough that I'm just behind them, but I can't speed up to get by them quickly, I'm not even gonna try to do it, Like I'm just gonna hang out behind them for a while until we come up on like this passing lane, and then I'll go, okay, cool, now I can creep by it for a few miles, But these little 2-lane highways, like, I've actually tried to give cars signals. If like all of us like they're behind me tailgating me, you see them kind of like venture out in the left lane a little bit to peek in front of me or whatever. And so like if I realize this big gap and there's nobody in front, I'll flash my left signal a couple times. And then all of a sudden they'll fly by me and they'll flash their flashers at me. It's like, go ahead, you're clear. Go now. Then, never mind. Too late. You waited too long. No, but I figure, I'm still gonna put money aside for if I need to do anything during each week or whatever. But I'm kind of leaning towards like getting the mugs and maybe figuring out a plan like bringing stuff out with me to either heat up or stuff that I could just crack up like the pasta salad. I didn't have to technically warm it up. I literally just cracked it open and went down with it. But saving a few bucks here or there, since a coffee and a fountain drink usually is close to like $6 for both of them. It's like $3 something per each one or whatever.
Yeah.
And then McDonald's is usually 10 to 15 depending on what I get. Since that's like the main place I can. On this route, that's like the only place that that's actually open. So I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'd put a microwave in the truck here, but I kind of worry about doing that and then switch trucks.
Yeah, well, I think you're in a different situation than you're used to. So.
Yep.
All right, I might have to get off the phone because this shit ain't working.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to order my fucking breakfast. It keeps going. It's taking like a really long time. Then it keeps like timing out. Hold on, let me try it one more time here. There it goes. I think it worked this time.
iPhone issues.
It did work this time.
I got you.
No, I was trying to pump and do this shit at the same time. It was probably interference,
I mean, if you had Android, we wouldn't have that problem. I was kidding.
Yeah.
I was kidding. We have those issues.
What are you talking about? I was on the phone with somebody yesterday who had an Android. He had to get off the phone for his shit to work.
Must have had it to
He was trying to do a destination verification. It wouldn't work while he was on the phone.
Oh, gotcha.
I purposely disconnected my phone from the fucking. Oh, there's Bruce. That's the guy I'm meeting up at that place. I purposely disconnected my phone from the truck, but because I shut it off, restarted it, fucking connected again.
Yep.
Fucking shit.
think it depends on what phone you have too, because I know there's a lot of those Androids or whatever that you can technically get. Hey, free phone, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, but it's probably a piece of shit phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the iPhone 16 Pro Max, so
Man.
it's top of the crop.
And still having issues. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it worked. It worked. Now I gotta disconnect my fucking phone.
It's
again.
funny though when I because Betsy at one point she had Aaron. We were talking about the whole computer bullshit that she comment she made or whatever. She said, well, it's probably because she doesn't I've always been the one to help her with her phone because Aaron had an iPhone at one point, or so she's always kind of helped her with it, even though she's back on she's a Galaxy now. But
yeah,
she would help her with her phone. And Betsy had one of the older models, because she had it paid off, so she was she just had that phone for forever until it got to the point where it wasn't working. And she's like, Mom, you gotta just get a phone. It's just your phone is like an iPhone 9. They're up to 14 now. Because that's why it doesn't work. Because it's too old. They can't update anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That shit happens, dude. And it's with all of them.
Yep.
iPhone, Android, don't matter. You have 10 models ago, it should stop working eventually.
Yep, because it won't do the updates anymore after a while.
Yeah. Yep. It's madness.
Yep. Yeah, the temp's down a little bit because I keep shutting the AC completely off, letting the windows completely defog, and then turning the AC back on. Because because I'm not gonna warm it up, but it's I have the AC on the lowest one, and then the windshield slowly starts to fog over or whatever, to where the wipers will kind of work on it a little bit. So I'll shut it off for a while, and everything will clear up, and I'll turn it back on. I'm like, all right, it's getting hot in here now. Yeah, I think I missed out on upgrading from the lowest level on the Loves app by 60 gallons. Because last time I fueled, it was I was still in the basic because it was the last week of the month when I started.
Yeah.
So I got to what is it? You got to go 500, I think, 500 gallons to go to the next one up. I was at 440 or something, and I was I'm still right now I'm when I started my day I was above 3/4 tank, and now I'm between half and 3/4. I'll probably go through tomorrow shift and fuel tomorrow. But I was man, so I get to start at the bottom again.
What's up? You going to Reading? Oh, okay. Figured I know there was 3 of us going today, but the guy behind me who just pulled in next to me is going there too. Ganella then? Going to Ganella then? No? Oh, Martin's. Of course. Come back and do some other bullshit, right? Oh, okay. Have fun. Yeah, I didn't think about Martin's. Trying to think, No off the pier. DG Mobile? That's me. A cup. No, that's good. I need a cup, though. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I gotta do it myself. It's no big deal. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
What'd you get?
Yeah, it's 2 days in a row they got me filled up my Dr. Pepper for me.
Okay.
Not like when I get here and there's no Dr. Pepper out on the machines.
I am.
You know, the fancy machines here at Wendy's.
I am. Yep.
You know, touch screens and whatnot.
Yep. If you select it and don't do anything with it for long enough, it goes back to the menu. Ah, crap.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I got up at like 9:30 and went ahead and called into Lion Hall to check in on the Olathe Run, see if they're doing that one, which is always fun when you haven't gotten enough sleep and you're literally just woke up and you're trying to communicate with somebody on the phone about this, whatever. You're like, hey, how's it going? Just calling. You're all speaking slower. You know, just calling to check on if you guys have the Olathe Run.
Yeah, trying to like enunciate too, because
Yep.
it could sound like something else.
Yeah, it's like,
Okinawa?
what's your truck number?
What?
It's like, yeah. It's like 169-399, like 165-399. No, sir, 169-399. Oh, 169. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, everybody's favorite physician.
Yep. They're like, oh, yeah, we got a 53 for you. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. You know. And then, of course, that, like, literally 10 minutes afterwards, I get a text from my new boss, whatever. He's like, so they do have a trailer for you tonight for Olathe. I said, yes, sir. I know. I just got off the phone with him. He said, oh, cool. I was like, yeah. They told me to check in with him instead of don't just come in and give him a call first and find out if they have it. Otherwise, come in for the Coffeeville run. He goes, oh, yeah, it's always good to check it ahead of or check it first or whatever to see. I was like, yeah, I figured because payouts only. I've actually had one or two nights where they said, yeah, we're not going to have one tonight. Go ahead and come in between 1 and 1:30 for your coffee bills. All right, cool. Changed my alarm to a couple more hours later and went back to sleep. So I was like, in the other room, but I was like, nope, I'm going to get some sleep.
Damn, Bruce left already? He's trying to beat me there. Even though he's the one that needs retrain, not me.
He's like, I got dibs. I get to get unloaded first. Or get loaded first.
Well, I mean, I got down to the yard first, but I had to redrive the trailer I brought down. That takes like 10, 15 minutes.
Ah, yeah.
You know. And I actually left before him, but I got here before him, but he didn't go inside.
Fuel and go.
Yeah, he just got fuel and left. Which is, you know, what I normally do myself. I wanted a freaking breakfast burrito. I'm hungry.
You got it from Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're okay for the burritos.
Yeah, I like because they put the fries on there. They put the fries in there, the breakfast potatoes.
Yeah. Yep.
I throw a little ketchup in there. So, you know,
yeah.
That's pretty good. Because the ketchup will cut down their sausage is real spicy.
Yeah.
So it cuts down on that spice a little bit. Plus, I don't like ketchup a lot, but I generally don't put ketchup on my fries.
Yeah.
But it's really good on the breakfast potatoes, the ketchup. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like submerge them in there, but just kind of like, you know, that little tang with those breakfast potatoes is pretty good. So I figured, well, if they're on the sandwich, I'm going to put a little ketchup on the sandwich or the burrito.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, Wendy's is pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of how they put the burrito together though, because it's like when I think of a good breakfast burrito, have like the scrambled egg, so like everything's kind of mixed.
Yeah,
together,
it's like
you know,
two egg patties, you know, like egg patties
on
or
top
whatever.
of it and wrapped together, so it's kind of like a sandwich, kind of.
Yeah, it's not bad though.
Yeah, it's still good, you know. I brought a
And
couple
it's huge.
of these.
I like it. It's big. It's not like McDonald's
Yep.
where they're tiny.
little sausage burritos.
Yeah, I mean, I love the McDonald's ones. You know what I mean? They're cheap. You know.
And PA doesn't have Sonic up there, right?
We do.
Because Sonic
They're very random, though. Very random. We used to have one in Lingelstown, but they closed it down.
Yeah, I just
there was one in the Lingelstown that closed down. There was one there's one up in Hazleton. I think they closed that one down too. But it's hard to tell because I'm always in a truck when I'm going by these things.
And
you know what I mean?
Probably none of them that are accessible with truck or whatever.
Yeah, no. Not especially the one in Hazleton. You know, there's all that truck traffic up there, and they nowhere to fucking park the truck up there for that Sonic. I mean, you can go to the Burger King. The Burger King's got like 4 or 5 truck parking spots at the Burger King.
Oh wow!
And
That's
it's like
cool.
the Sonic is like a Turkey Hill across the street, and behind the Turkey Hill was the Sonic.
Oh, gotcha.
But you know, there's one in Lancaster somewhere too, but I think that one's still open. But they probably have more traffic or whatever.
Yeah, Arby's breakfast is pretty good too. They call them wraps, but they're pretty much burritos.
Yeah, yeah. And they got those what do they call them? Potato cakes or whatever. They're like triangles of potatoes. Are so delicious.
Yeah, basically just
potato wedge.
Kind of like,
I don't know.
Kind of like. I think they just call them hash browns.
Do they?
They're like, hey, do you want a hash brown? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Thinking it's like the little hash brown, little potato rounds. Like we get, it's like literally 2 of the.
No, it's like the
wedge.
wedge.
Oh, cool.
You know, it's like the wedge. Like McDonald's has like an oval. Shape or whatever you want to call that.
Yep. They need to bring back.
Actually, that shape actually has a name. I just can't think of it. But
the loaded potato bites that Arby's used to have. They look like little hash browns, but they had like cheese and bacon and whatever in them.
Shit in it. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And then they got rid of them. Like what?
Yeah, it's like Burger King has those loaded tater tots every now and then.
Yeah, I think they're currently active right now. Like the Burger King near us is advertising them up constantly.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's like a location thing though. If it's like every.
It might be. I mean, I have 2 Burger Kings by me, but we like never go there. There's one right in the shopping center where the Giants at. I am. But Isabella's been on this Taco Bell kick with tacos.
Oh yeah.
So we've been getting a lot of Taco Bell. So like. So I went shopping on Sunday and brought back a 12-pack of tacos. I just wanted to see how many she could eat. She ate 3. I had 5. I think Jess had 2 or 3, and Sophia had 1. So there was like 2 left. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, we murdered that fucking box.
Yep.
But like, typical Taco Bell, like half of them were like fucking cracked and shit, stuffing them in that box. You know.
Yep.
And Jess is like, they're like broken down the bottom. I'm like, yeah, well, just put it in a bowl and smash it up with a spoon. Have a taco salad. Shut the fuck up. No, I didn't say that. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I had mine like the 3 of them that I had were like that, where the bottom was like cracked, so like I had to like eat it upside down.
Or eat it sideways or whatever.
Yeah, it was but like shit was falling on my plate. I got took a plate out, and I had a spoon. So like once I was done, I just spooned everything up that was on the plate. You know.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Whatever.
Don't bother me none.
Nope.
Like, they just stuffed 12 tacos in this fucking box here. Like, what do you expect?
Yep. All crunchy or?
Yeah. All crunchy.
Because Aaron's all about
crunchy.
Aaron's all about the soft shell versus like me and Zoe are all about the original. You know, like crunchy beef or hard shell beef.
That's right.
Allie does crunchy or soft, but she prefers to get like chicken, you know, because she has like a gallbladder issue, so she tries to do more chicken than beef. But I'm like, as long as it's not greasy as hell, you should be fine, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Taco Bell. Come on, it's greasy.
Yeah, I had to do the that's why I don't really, or if I do, and I literally have to plan ahead. Like I'll eat Taco Bell and I'll grab one of my 24-hour Nexium. You know, the 24-hour heartburn. Because otherwise, like, later that day, I'll just be like, oh, my God, my chest is on fire, man. Like, woo! Drinking water. You know, it sucks we don't have anything to take for her, though. You'd be like, I'll pull out a truck stop, get, like, the Pepsi the fruity one that you chew that's crunchy. You know, that you just, like, chew it down or whatever. And I'll think, ooh, okay, there's some relief right there. It's like, woo, man. Put some extinguishing there.
Yeah.
I had you know how they have for like employment benefits? How like you have like end of the year, like October, November for most companies, like when open enrollment, when you go ahead and start like.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess because of the whole us getting acquired by the being bought and absorbed by Cherry and his partner.
Do open enrollment. Yeah.
Well, they told us that we were actually because we actually met our deductible, or Erin. Like, because of all her stuff, like, we actually, like, she didn't have to, all her stuff that she was doing for free, like, her Ozempic and anything else was, like, wasn't charging for it because she made the $6,000 deductible.
Mm-hmm.
And, so we were told, oh, yeah, you guys are going to stay on the same coverage until, open enrollment, and then you're going to open enroll with us, like, with our benefits. And we're like, oh, cool, all right. But then a week or so into June, we got an email from Cobra saying that we had Cobra coverage and payroll basically.
No, they were paying for that, right?
Yeah, they pay, like, basically they were only taking out our regular deductions for a couple weeks, and then July 1st, we're going to be active, like, literally be able to enroll with theirs and be official, like, be active and whatever on the 1st. So they sent it to me, like, last week or within the past 2 weeks, and I tried to go online and log in and, go ahead and enroll, but of course, like, you log in, you create an account, of course, you try to log in, and it's an invalid user, then it's like, every time you try to go back in there, it just keeps saying invalid user. Won't even let you try to log in. I'm like, I'm trying to enroll, but your system, for whatever reason, is not letting me log in and do it. And I kept getting that you need to do it within a couple of days, otherwise it's going to be too late, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, I can't get in there.
Your shit ain't working.
And so,
no.
I mean, like a little over a week ago, I went online with the VA, and cause I heard about Champs VA, like being able to get your family covered with technically like insurance through them, but they could still use it at the civilian doctors. And it sounds from what I've heard, it covers quite a bit. It covers like 75% of most of the stuff that you normally would have to do anyway. And so. Yeah. I went ahead and, since I have Aaron and Zoe listed as dependents officially on my VA, I thought, well, I'll go ahead, I'll apply there. Maybe I can get them covered with that. And then I'm covered technically through the VA, so technically I could say I'm not going to get insurance to work, and I'll save money.
Yeah.
But that was like 8 days ago when I went ahead and did that application. I don't know how long it takes, but of course, like I got since yesterday was the day before the 1st. Literally laid down to go to bed, I get a text from the lady at payroll basically saying like you have until midnight tonight to do your benefits enrollment because that's when your Cobra coverage will end. And I'm like, well, I kind of hate the Cobra coverage anyway because Erin tried to do her prescriptions and basically like it was not going through. And I was told by payroll like, well, yeah, last time I had it, I'm pretty sure I had to pay out of pocket and get reimbursed. I'm like, well, then that's not really insurance.
No,
that's like so. I went ahead and, like, when I got that text, even though I really would rather not have a couple, hundreds of dollars come out of my check every week, I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and I was able to log in and went ahead and I selected everything. I even put Allie. I did what I did before where I had me, Aaron, Allie, and Zoe all listed because we're going to get Alex covered with the state.
Yeah.
And since it'll be cheaper that way, and since he's 6, he'll have really good health insurance, And so I put all 4 of us on there and went through everything. I've got automatic life insurance that came through that the company provides for like $100,000 for me, or like $20,000 for Aaron, $2,000 each for the kids. Which I was like, well, fuck it. There's no weekly charge, so sure, I'll enroll in that. It's like, but then like short-term disability, long-term disability, all of that. The health insurance, like a health savings account, I guess, like a $3,000 deductible or whatever. But or $6,000 for the family or whatever. But went ahead and just for that alone, just for the family, it's like $260 something a week. So like with everything else, it came to like $325 or something weekly out of my check, and I'm like, that sucks. But
good Lord.
But it'll be active. It's active today, and
right.
You know, the way I look at it is like I was thinking about it, like, you know what, I'll go ahead and enroll us, and then if Champs VA comes back and basically says like that Aaron and Zoe are approved and they're covered, then maybe I would say, okay, Allie, I need you to go ahead and apply with the state because, you know, with you and Salix to get you guys covered. And I would go on there and probably say, hey, I need to cancel my health portion of my insurance to keep dental and vision for everybody, you know? Like, kind of like cut back and save some money, you know?
Yeah.
Because, hey, $260 a week, that's a lot of money, you know? Like, I mean, it's worth it if we, as long as we have insurance, we can actually, Eric can go get her scripts because there's a couple of her prescriptions that she's needed for the past 2 weeks, but she hasn't been able to get them. She's been on me like, well, have you heard anything about the Cobra or whatever? Like, how do I get my prescriptions? And I'm like, well, I've been told that basically we probably have to pay out of pocket and get reimbursed. And she goes, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. I was like, so much for us sticking with Blue Cross until the end of the year and then switching over. But WSI literally canceled. Like, I guess as soon as we switched over and they got purchased out, WSI went on there and canceled their coverage for all their employees. It's like, you guys suck.
Oh.
Couldn't keep us on there, keep us covered, especially because we paid the deductible, you know?
I don't give a shit.
Nope. They made their money.
That's right. Tell them you're canceling Christmas, though. For them, fuckers.
Yep. Yep. I mean, enrolling with them is definitely, the way it was set up, it actually was a little bit easier to go ahead and sign up with everything than it was with WSI. Because WSI, you had like, every screen, you had like 6 different options, and you're like, all right, well, like, what's the difference? Like, what? Like, with Centurion, I think the one that they initially had that would pre-select, you could select that one or you could look at the other ones. It was actually the more expensive one. So it was automatically like, this is the best one, but there's other options that are cheaper if you want them. And I was like, well, fuck, I'll just go with the best one because, you know, I want to make sure we got the best coverage. But with WSI, it was like, there's a lot of them that were like, maybe a few dollars difference, and it didn't really, you hit the compare whatever option on there, and you wouldn't really be able to tell what was different about the different plans. And so you just kind of select one, and then I found out that apparently I selected one that I had to pay $6,000 first before it would really cover anything, and then after that, then it would cover it. Now that that sucks. like I love the health state, the HSA we had with Schneider. That was awesome. You know, like they paid 100% up to like $4,000 or whatever, and then after that, then you were getting billed. You know, so I was like, I love that kind of plan. One of those roads like,
Yeah, that was good for like if you didn't need all that shit.
Yep. Which at the time I think I was when my gallbladder went out or whatever, so it's like I maxed it out really quick. All the tests they got to run, and then the surgery or whatever. Like you think you're good, then all of a sudden you're getting a couple grand worth of bills in the mail. Like, oh crap! 800 for this, 1,200 for that, 1,500 for this, 900 for this one. And I go, oh, I'll pay it eventually.
Adds up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let's face some facts here. That insurance in this country sucks. They're
Yep.
all fucking. All they want is your money, and not to be not have to pay out to anybody.
Yep. Yep.
So the more you actually need it, the less you can fucking get. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah. You're an
If it's
asshole.
like, like $1,200 a month, and you still have a deductible you got to pay.
Crazy. Like we pay money for insurance, then we still got to pay more money. Like we pay money so we don't have to pay money to get medical coverage.
Yep. I just I slowed down again because UPS is gonna go ahead and pass me, so I slowed way down, and they weren't even past me before they were flashing their lights at me, probably, and thank you.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, up ahead I see lights coming out. It's like way in the distance, but I was like, I figured I'll slow down, let you get by me.
On that 2-lane road.
Yep. Yeah, this whole way down. Well, it's probably about 2/3 of the way down. It's a 2-lane highway out in the middle of nowhere, has farmland on both sides.
Why is UPS trying to fucking pass you?
I have no
What's
idea.
the speed limit on that road?
65 mostly. 70 in some parts.
And they're passing you. Really?
Yep.
Unbelievable. I'm assuming you're doing 65, at least.
Yeah. That's as fast as I can go. I'm capped.
Wow.
I was hoping I'd at least be governed at 68, but as soon as I got in the truck, I was like, 65, yeah. But it's all good. It works,
Did you ask him about that? I mean, like, hey,
I'm
is
just,
it supposed to be 65?
I ain't too worried about it, If it was like 55, I'd be like, hey, this truck only goes 55. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they won't think you need to go any faster than that.
But you
I'm going to fucking kill somebody out here going that slow.
You have to pass the speed sign 65, so I'm going 65. UPS won't go a little bit faster.
Like, on the interstate, okay, well, you're on a 2-lane road. Like, really?
Yep. Especially if you figure for like 170 mile, 180 mile trip. Those extra couple miles aren't really going to make that much of a difference for me, So
No.
now a 10-hour trip.
Yeah.
Save at least like 45 minutes to an hour. I actually don't mind getting the coffee at Pilot because with the big old styrofoam cups compared to like Love's, because Love's has cardboard.
Yeah.
So like literally the coffee stays warm for quite a while in the styrofoam cups. So I don't have to like hurry to drink it because it's gonna get cold. Like I can literally sip on it for quite a while and then be like, oh cool, it's still slightly warm. All right. I'll still drink it once it gets cold too. Because it's I'll just be sipping on it like, it doesn't taste quite as good, but hey, it's coffee. It's still keeping me up.
Yeah. Yeah. You have different. Excuse me. You have like different blends there, don't they?
What, Pilot?
Mhm.
Yeah, they got it's like one of them was like the Pilot blend, like a medium roast, whatever, and then they got like organic something that's a medium roast.
Oh.
and then something else, and they still have the machines where you can put the cup under there and do the touchscreen option. Select.
Well,
I prefer the machines that are at Love's because they're a little bit more. They got a little bit more of a couple options. They got like dark roast and Colombian blend, and
Mhm.
Of course, you say leave room for cream, and it stops like quarter inch from the top. It's like
I
always got to dump a little bit out just so that I can put a little bit more cream in there than I wanted to.
Well,
I don't want to splash, man. I want actually some cream in there,
Oh yeah, I'm never getting out of here. No, it's like a truck on the shoulder. I put my turn signal on. Nobody gives a shit.
Yep.
And they're all tailgating each other too,
Yep.
Too busy looking up each other's asses to see that. Oh, maybe I should let that truck over. That and this fucking Ford pickup in front of me doing 64 miles an hour.
Yep.
For no reason. There's nobody in front of him. Just a regular old Ford F-150. Just, on a Sunday drive, on a Tuesday morning. Whatever it is.
Yep.
Well, it's a Ford, so it probably can't help it.
Yep.
I saw a good one yesterday. Said it was like a fake article,
Man.
It said Ford to introduce its first automatic driving car.
Yeah.
Now the first trip it goes right to the fucking repair shop.
Oh.
But yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can put in any manufacturer there and it'd still be funny. But.
Yep.
Yeah. Nobody wants to go anywhere this morning.
Yep.
Except for UPS, apparently. He's
Yep.
not in overtime yet, so that's why I passed you.
Yeah.
If he was on overtime, he would have slowed down behind you. Just sat there. Christmas in July sweepstakes. Parks Casino, Shippensburg. I've not been there yet. I wonder what I had a pretty pleasant experience at Parks Casino over there in Salem, aka Philly. That's a nice facility there. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big casino, you know what I mean? They have a nice poker room. That's how I judge casinos, by their poker room.
I got it.
So I played a couple tournaments there and stuff. They have the nice chairs in there. You know what I mean? Like instead of like a regular like steel chair with like a cushion, like they have like roller wheels and they're comfortable, you know, cushioned. Oh shit! Speaking of having roller wheels and cushioned, Janelle!
Well then.
I was just talking about Pope's Casino and how their poker room had nice chairs in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, you know, that's how I judge how nice a casino is. How about you?
Totally.
You were just at Hollywood, like, this weekend, weren't you?
Yeah.
Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dinner in Hollywood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Their poker room does not have nice chairs. But it's not a bad place, though.
But it's the best one around in the area. Morgantown sucks balls. York is small and sucks. So, yeah.
Well, it's because I'm patching Shippensburg. We have all the signs for that. I forgot it was there.
I've never been to that one. Maybe
Yeah,
that'll be another adventure.
I'm thinking about stopping there. Not today, but
Yeah.
checking it out. Not far. Yeah. Exit 29.
Mhm.
You know, let's put a casino in a college town. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Super.
Yep.
Hey, you know, something funny is I was actually pulling
What's
in here
up for all the parents to do? Sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, stop. I was saying I was pulling in here to, like, do a quick pit stop. It's going to be, hey, I'll call you back, but I'll just put the headset down and I'll let you guys, I don't know, I don't want to give you guys both on hold music.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
No.
No?
Unacceptable.
Well, he's got to stop and use a potty.
Yeah, me too. But yeah.
Well, I already did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like half hour ago.
Where are you going today?
Shovel, Reading.
Reading.
Mhm.
Oh, see you on the way.
Sure, where you at?
Oh, going to Soccer Town.
Soccer Town? No, you won't.
Good old boozy.
You won't see me.
Money?
I'm John Cena. You won't see me.
You'll have your eyes closed.
Yeah, I got my eyes closed. No, I'm I pick up at 4 a.m., so I'm already on my way to there. Got to be there at 8. Well, I don't, it's a window. It's like 8 to noon or something, or 8 to 2.
Yeah.
Some shit. But they coordinated it at 8. Oh, I got a story for you too, Janelle, but I already told it to Chris, so I could tell again. Because I got another guy's going there. He's actually right in front of me.
Uh-huh.
We were both at the Loves at the same time, but I went and got Wendy's because I wanted breakfast.
Of course.
And he just fucking left. But I gotta like retrain him on how to clean out.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
The guy that doesn't
And he's
know how
like
to do his
taking
job.
it, like he's like hearted about it. You know what I mean? He knows he fucked up. He knows he fucking dropped the ball. He got complacent. He didn't fucking do what he's supposed to do, and then he got caught. 2 trailers in a row with material still in it. With, you know, like a couple 100 pounds, like, I don't know. But like in the trailer, in the pipe, like you can't be doing that shit.
No.
Yeah, so he knows. He knows. Anyway. No, I was telling Chris this morning. Yeah, I had a trainee yesterday.
Mhm.
His first day with me, he's been training in Camp Hill. They got another guy coming in. They got this guy. Just needs to hang out with me. Learn some Winchester stuff and. Which is never hurtful. They do go down there and whatnot.
Right.
So we're driving down. We're getting to know each other and whatnot. Like where you come from, what you do before this, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he used to work for Atlas. In a movie
Fan
company.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling him about Chris, his story.
Uh-huh.
When I want him, and he's like, I look over at him, and he's like, his head's back and his mouth's open, and he's passed out. Like, we were just talking like a minute ago. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, my.
So, then I'm like, whatever, and I just stopped talking. You know what I mean? And just keep on driving. And the next thing I know, his head's like in between his legs, like being held up by the seatbelt. Like he just like his whole body just like shuddered forward. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
I'm like, hello, and I'm like shaking him and shit, like grabbing his arm. You know what I mean? Trying to like do a pinch point, so you know, like a nerve.
Yeah.
To like, you know, wake him up, and I'm like,
that seems like seizure shit.
Yeah, I'm like, hello, you know, he's like, oh, what? I'm good. And he's like, you know, like, she's over there, like, I'm like, okay, you were, like, passed out for a minute there. He's like, no, you know, I think I had food poisoning. I'm like, what? You know, huh? Where'd that come from? I'm like, you sure you don't have, like, narcolepsy or you have, like, epilepsy or something?
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't be driving if you have that. He's like, no, I had some bad tuna or something. My daughter made. I'm like, oh, okay. Just chill out, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool, whatever. So then he just chill the rest of the ride. Like he's like, can you stop? I gotta use the bathroom. I'm like, okay. You know, like I really don't have time to stop, but you know, understandable. You don't feel good. He's like, yeah, I don't know, like. I think I threw up on myself. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh
Dude,
no.
It's like 4 a.m. It's dark.
Yeah.
You know, I can't see over there at what he, you know, on him. But apparently he threw up on himself.
Oh wow.
He might have fucking shit himself too. I don't know. Whatever. He went and he was in there for like half an hour at the rest area. I'm like, dude, we gotta go. Like we're late. Like I understand you got issues.
Right.
Like, if you were going to be in there for that long, you should have said something to me so I could call dispatch and let them know. Not calling them after the fact. We're already late. Cause, I sent an email because that's what they like to do. So, like, fuck it. Good enough for them, good enough for me.
Right.
Just explaining my trainee was sick. You know what I mean? Like, he had threw up and he, you know, had to stop and use the restroom. But he feels better now. He got it all out, right? No. So, like, we get loaded, drop that at the yard, pick up our load. He goes to the bathroom again, another, like, half hour. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, we're already late now. And I'm like, you want me to drop you off? Like, you don't have to do this. You know what I mean? If you're not feeling good, we can't keep doing this. Like,
right.
I'm
I
already
can't
hour
stop
behind.
all the time.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I get that. Yeah, just you know, that should be good. Like, we stopped one more time. Well, I had to get fuel. I was already planning on that.
Mhm.
You know, got fuel. He was quick. You know. So, yeah. Anyway, so he tell him, like, if you're not feeling better, just let me know. You know, I mean, but if you're feeling better, 2 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'll come in this morning at like 1:40. It was like 2:04 or something. He does, and then so I text him. You know, you're on your way. Nothing. It's like 2:15. I'm out of there. Well, let me back up a little bit. I almost forgot. So I drop him off at Ispire. He goes home. I continue my way. I'm sitting at a traffic light to get on the 283. And I look over at my passenger seat, and there's like fucking brown, like a brown fucking
Oh god.
stain. It was vomit, thankfully. Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah,
Either
I'm just
way.
like, son of a bitch. I mean, it wasn't like chunky, or it was just like a stain.
Probably
Yeah,
like
right.
stomach
He had
bile
cleaned it
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. He had, I guess he had cleaned it up, but I had sprayed it with some stuff. You know what I mean? Just to like and wiped it down with a paper towel when I got to unloading. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was just like, oh, dude. Like, it sucks. So I find out this morning, like an hour ago, maybe more than that. He sent me a text message, said he got called last night at 5:30, told him to stay home. They're working some stuff out or whatever. I'm like, really? Like, whatever. Like, I'm glad they told me that while I waited around for you for fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, right.
So I gotta give them shit for that, for not letting me know.
Yeah, I would. That's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Especially when they knew at fucking 5:30 last night.
Yeah. Well, they made the decision. I have a feeling it's because he threw up in my truck, and they probably don't want to. They're trying to spare me or something.
Right.
I'm just like, I don't need to be spared, but it's fine.
Wow,
If you make that kind of decision, you should tell me.
Right. Seems like it would be something you'd want to tell the trainer.
Yeah. Of course, like, oh, I thought so-and-so was going to tell you. I thought so-and-so was going to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was my day
Pass
yesterday.
the
And I
buck.
didn't get done till like 3 o'clock, so.
Nice.
I would have been done at 2:45 if it wasn't the wreck on 81. Or whatever the hell was going on. I had to get off because the traffic stopped at the 80 and was backed up all the way to the 72.
Wow.
So I got up and went through Hershey and shit because I'm not sitting in that. And 22 was just probably as bad. But that takes extra time, you know what I mean? So.
Right.
But that's like, every time I go north and try to come down 81 anymore, I'm always going through Hershey because 81's messed up.
Mhm.
And it was like raining. Like the thunderstorms were coming through.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it was great.
it was storming. It was storming like from 6:30 last night until I left at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking lightning bright as hell kept waking me up. Then fucking loud ass thunder. I didn't sleep very well at all.
Oh,
And then I read that fucking Mannheim, which is like 2 seconds from where I live, got almost 5 inches of rain.
Yeah.
And shit's all flooded out everywhere.
Yeah. It was, where the hell was it? Damn it. There was a couple things this morning when I got up there was flooded out. Not affecting me, but unfortunately. So I'm like, oh, like that could be bad if I was going that way,
Yeah.
The 80 was shut down this morning.
Yeah. It was open when I came through though. It cleared just before 3 a.m.
Yeah. Well, I was, I went in at what was I in at like 1:40 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I called the 3 o'clock delivery or the 4 o'clock delivery for Janelle because he should be coming through any minute. So I call him like, yo, where you at? He's like, oh, I'm at the 90. I'm like, oh, you already got through it. He's like, oh yeah, I got up at 72 and went up 22. Maybe lost 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah.
Started around that shit.
Yeah. He goes up there every day, so.
So he knows to check his fucking traffic.
Tuesday, PM. Cool.
Again?
Yeah, that's what this sign says.
Oh.
Signs
like,
everywhere.
The end of the block where we live, that somebody had posted a picture of that was all flooded out. Because there's that little creek that runs behind our house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was all flooded out. And I'm like, oh shit, because Jeremy's pickup truck's sitting right there. And I think that would be bad.
Hey, did you tell her about the the trainee you had?
Oh, welcome back.
The
I
shit
told
show?
her about that. I told her all about that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm glad I ain't got nobody shitting in my truck.
Oh, man.
It's terrible.
Oh, good. Stay off of 78. Back up at the 30. You hear that, Janelle?
Do what?
78's back up at the 30. They're laying beans this morning. It's probably good now. It's probably overnight shit. Sorry. You there? Hello?
I don't know. I'm out here in Stockton. I'm 2 miles from 33 North.
Oh, you're like way through that already.
But then I gotta get back to fucking York to deliver this shit.
222 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
went through there
assuming.
the other day on Friday. Remember all the roundabouts?
That's why I said I might see you.
No,
If you're going to Reading.
Reading. Yeah, but I'll be there like 8 in the morning. You know, I'll be there in an hour and 20. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll we'll race each other, you know, down the 222 there by the turnpike.
Maybe. But then you're gonna take the turnpike and I'm not.
Yes. So you're getting cement going to where?
Ziegler in York.
Oh, really?
Yep, but I had to switch trucks again, even though I just got mine back on Friday.
What?
Used it, everything was fine, and then fucking come in yesterday, my ELD that they just replaced was dead as a fucking doornail. I could not get it to turn on for shit. So we're like, cool, paper log, and I called the fucking log support, and they're like, oh, well, need you to, like, pull over to a safe location so that we can, you know, walk you through this step and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, like, I can't right now. And then I got back to the yard, and I called again and had to leave a voicemail because nobody answered. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, okay, like, I got to go because for once I was done in time to go with Jeremy to the endocrinologist. And he had said before, it's like a little fucking Asian doctor, and he can't really understand her. So I was going to go with him so that I could try to decipher the from the English.
Oh, right.
And so I'm like, I don't have time to fucking sit here because it's already like a little after his appointment at 2, and I'm like, yeah, no. Don't have time for this bullshit. So I left the yard, and like fucking 5 minutes later, down 30, ring ring. Oh, guess what? It's log support. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm not in the truck anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, we really need you to be in the truck for this. Well, no shit, but you didn't call me back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have an appointment to get to, so I couldn't just sit and wait for you to fucking call me back at your leisure.
Mhm.
But
well, you're
now.
You're not having a life.
Yeah, right. But now it's like I had to switch all of my shit out of my truck into this fucking spare truck again. And we like literally have like no fucking feed loads. Corey is doing 2 ash loads again today out of Baltimore. And who the fuck knows what I'm doing tomorrow. And I asked her, I'm like, so somebody's supposedly taking my truck to Ono so that they can look at it. But I'm like, okay, well, am I getting it back like the same day? Or like, you know, I need to know how much shit I'm supposed to get out of my truck.
Uh-huh.
Well, I would just take everything.
Yeah,
I would just take everything. Even though yesterday she told me that when I get back today, I'm supposed to call log support and try to diagnose my truck because I'll be done somewhat early.
Oh,
but now they're fucking taking it. No, they're going to take it. Like, she changed her mind afterwards. I'm like, what the fuck? Make up your mind.
Those fucking assholes.
Yeah. So whatever. And I'm getting a fucking trailer up here in Stockertown. I don't even have, I've been bobtailing up the whole way.
Nice. Getting that cement trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, until I had to sit on 78 through construction at 61 for a fucking half hour.
Well, yeah, that's what that driver was talking about on the
Yeah.
CD.
Well, too late now.
Too late, yeah.
Ready, sat through it.
Yep.
So yeah, I knew I should have just taken 222 to come up here, but no.
No.
Why would I do that? Because my numbers weren't green, but I also wanted to stop at the 10 and get fuel.
There you go. Stop there, Frosttown.
Yeah, and that was a shit show, too.
Of
No, they're taking the huddle milk out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're still working on the bathrooms. You had to, like, walk around the other side and shit.
Well, no, like
Just go down
the
a secret
side,
hallway.
the side door next to the fuel island is the women's bathroom only.
Oh, yeah. No.
You have to go around into the front of the building to do anything else. And even that is like, they have like some coolers with drinks and stuff, but
Yeah,
nothing really.
Crazy.
Oh, love her. Sorry, I'm passing Nazareth.
Oh. Love
Hey. At least we all understood.
That was a band. That song, though.
Yeah. That is one of my favorite songs, though.
Yeah. What, Love Her? or what the hell is the name of the song? It's not Nazareth, that's for sure.
Well, get the fuck moving, dickhole.
Yeah, that's not what it's called. It's not called Get the Fuck Moving, Dickhead. I know that much.
I said dickhole.
Dickhole, okay.
Yeah. Different.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't get out of this lane right now.
Try harder.
Well, there's too many cars in the left lane.
Did you know if you just put a turn signal on once and fucking blink, you can just move the fuck over wherever you want to go?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Just
That's how it works.
let it flash once. It's like, oh, hey, I'm over now. Some relax over and then put the signal on a few times. They're in the other way. That works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you put your signal on and the fuckers speed up to speed by or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, nope,
Now that I can actually get over, I don't need to anymore. Bullshit. Yeah, they're working on messing up the southbound side now this morning when I was coming down.
Yeah.
Through here. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
On a
So I
shingle.
saw some of your videos from your four-wheeling adventures.
Yeah. My one wouldn't fucking upload. Now I'm not.
Finally got some of them uploaded, though.
Yes, because I dumped all of my pictures off of my phone to my laptop the other day.
Okay.
All 12,000.
Jesus.
Oh, shit.
12,000.
It was like, yeah, it was like all but 12,000. There were 620 videos or something and like 11,300 and whatever pictures. Yeah, quite a bit of things. So I tried to put it on a cloud and it was like, you have 5 gigabytes or whatever of space. Your file you're trying to move is like 97. I was like, oh, that's not going to work. So I had to figure out how to just like put them on my laptop itself because it's a terabyte. I knew I had plenty of space there, but now I'm like, I wanted to get a new phone, But I looked up the Galaxy S25 Ultra, so you can't get it through AT&T, but if you order direct from Samsung, they have a 1 terabyte S25 Ultra, and I'm like, wow, I really want that.
For $8,000.
No, it's like $1,700.
Oh,
but they do payments. They do payments on.
Guns real quick before
No, they do offer payments on Samsung, like if you go through them, but the most memory I can get through AT&T, like the 1 terabyte is unlocked, so you can use it on any carrier. But if you click on specifically like AT&T, it offers the 256 or the 512, and I'm just like, I mean, 512 would probably be fine. I have 256 now. I did max that out, but now, like, since I took all my pictures off my phone, I have space again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just like, yeah, maybe I'll wait. You know, 'cause waiting is my favorite thing. Oh, my God, I have to pee. Is there a fucking Porty John over here, or do I got to go down there first? I don't know if they have one in the yard.
Cement places.
Oh, no, there's one right next to the building. I'm going to use that one.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I got to get my trailer right here from fucking Soccer Town QC.
Oh, yeah, there's probably a couple over there, too.
Yeah, there's one right over here next to the dumpster.
Yeah.
And I got to make sure that the fucking quality Nazis out here don't fucking see me because of the like, oh, you were out of your truck with little safety boots. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, wah.
Where's your hard hat and safety goggles?
Yeah, right? Shit. I don't even know if I have my safety goggles. They're probably in my truck still.
You're fired.
They're in my overhead.
Nah.
Fuck it. Don't give a shit. She goes through the no splitting. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Nothing.
Take the load off, man.
You can't tell. Bless your heart. Ain't it hard being as mean as you are? Good old Megan Maroney.
Sure.
Yeah, you don't know that shit. It's country.
No.
Shit ain't for you.
Related to Chris Maroney?
I don't think so.
I think it's... it's the guy from Law and Order. SVU. Woo. Probably not. I think it's Maloney anyway, not Maroney, but we can all dream.
I'm going to go ahead and let you Google that because I'm not sure.
Yeah. So the Samsung thing, they have like their own financing or whatever. Okay, cool.
What do you mean, like their own service?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Because I got my laptop through a program called Affirm.
Oh, Affirm, yeah.
Yeah, that you can use that shit for anything too. Like
yeah, I know. That's where my couch was.
Oh yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah, I've used it numerous times.
I forgot what my credit line is, or it's just basically like a credit card. It's crazy.
You have to watch it though, because sometimes they'll offer you things with no interest, and other things will charge you like fucking 30%.
Yeah. No, I haven't used anything for a laptop, so you know what I mean. I keep seeing it, like, yeah, no, I'm good. I got that Verizon card too that I still haven't received in the mail yet.
Mhm.
That
All right, well,
phone bill,
let's see. QC6 is available, or if somebody's hooked up to it, because that would be some bullshit. Oh no, right there it is. QC6. Wow, that thing looks like a dumpy ass piece of fucking shit. Wow.
Number QC6.
QC6. You want me to fucking take this somewhere? What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me.
That's why it's still sitting there as a hunk of shit.
It is. For real. And I'm going to have to use the rack to get up there because I'm not going to climb up there without it. Is it going to fall apart going down the road is my question. Like, god damn.
I wonder what it used to be before.
What in the 1923 is this?
I'm just saying, like, we had some sketchy trailers, cement trailers there back in the day when I worked there, so. You know,
this would be one of them.
Manufactured in 78.
I'm telling you, this one looks like it ain't far from it.
Not 2012, Jesus, 20
sometime when you worked here?
Yeah, well, less than 2015, so. Anywhere between 2015 and 2020.
Yeah, back in your days, Dave. Back when Dave used to travel over there.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, well, you know, COVID didn't happen, I'd still be there, probably.
Hey, what was your old truck number, Dave? 171720?
No. 04.
Okay.
1704.
Okay.
1704 was my old truck.
Okay. That's not it then.
No, it said
Howdy.
President's Road Team on the side. Because, you know, I was a trainer. I know, it was special.
Money
I
bag.
think that truck's gone. No, 1702. I'm sorry. I was 1702. That truck, I think they got rid of that one, to be honest.
Well, this one's just like that, the old freight shaky.
I think Keith was 1704. You know, before he bought his own truck.
Mm-hmm.
He got fired and then came back again.
Yeah. God damn. All right, wow. This looks fucking extra.
Yeah.
The hell?
Hard.
Is there even a blowdown? Oh, okay, the blowdown is on the back of this one.
It's on the back. Yeah, I could have told you that.
Here, let's see if I can read this. Date of manufacture 704. So July of 2004.
Oh.
And it's dirty as
That's not that bad. I mean, I brought it down in 01 this morning.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
ours is
fucking gross.
14 now. Still kind of old, huh?
Yeah. Open blowdown valve except when unloading. No shit.
I wish I can get the people here to learn that shit. There's new watch.
Yeah.
Keep leaving the fucking blowdowns closed.
What the actual
if there's moisture still in there, it's just gonna get worse. Leave that shit closed.
Yeah.
Then it's gonna turn moldy. What the fuck? Especially with the temperature changes. You know,
fluctuations
at night and like 90 degrees during the day.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh my. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Which way do you want to go? All right. Okay. I don't know. I am behind the building. I could climb up there and pop that open. Then I don't gotta fuck with the rack down there.
There's cameras
Nah,
everywhere.
you give a fuck. They do it in our yard all the time.
Yeah.
But then they'll fucking start cracking down on that shit.
You gotta stop pre-opening your lids before you leave the yard. It's not cool. It's unsafe. You're gonna fall and break your noggin. But I had my hard hat on and my slip grips.
Right. I was wearing my cleats, my ice cleats.
Yep.
Oh my God, is this fucking landing gear ever gonna raise up?
They call
Holy
them slip disc
Jesus.
here versus ice.
Oh.
It's the same freaking thing.
Yeah. Okay, so that goes there. That goes to the aerators, right? This thing's so confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably no individual aerator valves on there.
I don't feel no.
Yeah.
They're on the opposite side, but no, it doesn't have them.
No, that could be too. We had a left-handed one there, you know, like where everything was on the fucking passenger side, all the valves and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, like what a piece of shit.
I mean, my speed tank has all the aerators on the opposite side, but mine doesn't have individual shutoffs either.
Wow. That's stinky.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Get in there.
Yeah, no, those things are luxury options.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, sight glass. That's a luxury option too.
I'm confused as to why there's a second electrical mounted up on top of the fucking front of the trailer. Like directly above the other electrical.
Oh, that's the old one.
Maybe. I fucking know. All right, whatever.
Yeah, no, like redo that trailer, then move everything down. Like airlines and whatnot. Some of them old ones are like hanging up real high.
Well, it's got the. Well, hopefully that works. Oh yeah, it should reach. The hot air hose is kind of across the front of the trailer, but it'll reach my blower.
Yeah.
All right, DDR trailer. This one, inspect. Sign.
Yeah, I missed the sign. Oh, is that the sign? No, it's not even lit up. Tell me what the traffic's doing on the stop bridge. It's not even lit up, the sign. Fuckers.
That's exciting.
Well, they finally finished the lane closure over here next to the ADM.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're done with that finally.
Just in the last, day or two, right? Because
yeah,
I was through there.
They were taking all the walls out yesterday morning.
Okay. I was going to say, I came through the other day, and it was not.
Yep. So that sign doesn't need to say right lane closed ahead anymore, but it's not even lit up. So I'll warn the hell out.
PO number, I don't fucking know. Somewhere over here.
Just a typical slowdown at the bottleneck past the South Bridge. And that, where they're doing the overhead bridges there for the expansion.
So we don't use PO numbers. Okay, cool.
So you have all your information you need? Typical.
Yeah, right? Nine, 2, 3, 1, 3, because that's not my truck. Ooh, and today's 7-1. Almost rode a 6. Well, we'll just go ahead and arrive shipper there because he's literally sitting next to it. But no, it doesn't give me a number for this shit, so I don't fucking know.
Well, you're going to Boozy. I don't know how their system works over there. I've only ever brought them hydrated. I never loaded out of there. I was thinking of Lehigh, where you could just tap the screen and enter wherever you're going. There's no like.
Well, this one we usually tell them when we go up on the rack. They have like the little intercom thing.
Oh yeah.
So you tell them where you're delivering to, and then when you load, you pull around, close your lids, and then there's a little like shed right there that you go in and your paperwork pops out.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. Which way is this going to take me to York? Trip Ziegler. Should be in my GPS. Yep, Ziegler, York, right there. Calculating the route.
Mhm.
It would like me to take 33 to 78 to 222. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, I would skip that 22 shit.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Oh, I thought
I
you were
let
saying
my foot off
I
the
wanted
brake.
you to take 22.
Well,
33
no.
To 22. Yeah.
33 to 78.
To 222. Yeah. Yeah, you should be doing that.
Tell me what to do.
I mean, unless you want to wait more traffic at 78, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Uh-huh. Well, there's fun to be had.
Yep.
You know it. Ah, gotta get another fucking pothole. Jesus Christ.
Chris has been quiet.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Nah. I know we're talking about, like, tanker yanker shit.
This could be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could have if I had that phone call,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I was told that you dodged a bullet with that. There was a shithole over there in Kansas City, so they got guys rotating out of there like crazy.
Damn.
So I was kind of surprised when they said they didn't have anything for you. But
yeah, that was too. Yeah, because then that one trainer said they really needed people.
Yeah.
Lying sack of shit.
It's all good. I think I
guess
think
recruiting was like that. Yeah. Definitely need to improve.
I don't have a whole lot of time off each week because I'm working 6 days and get a 34 hours off. But hey, at least I'm dedicated and everything's looking good. So I just have no life. Like,
yeah.
Did you want one?
Go to sleep.
Yeah, you can worry about that when you get all your stuff back and get settled.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
All right, that car's on the ramp. Why are you hitting the brakes, truck?
I can't tell if I'm under the rock or not. Dave, can you come check if I'm under the rock?
Yeah.
Get right on that, right?
Yep.
Give
me about 2 hours. I'll be right there.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm in Harrisburg right now, so.
Well,
Just a little ways out,
Hold it.
Well, just take a picture. I'll let you know.
Right? I mean, I'm sitting here looking out my window and I can't figure it out, so.
They won't tell you?
I think I'm close. Yeah. I gotta put my cigarette out.
Can't they? Or no?
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Lehigh, not Boozy.
Yeah, no. No, I'm not under there yet. I'm just under the rock to open this fucking lid.
Oh.
But I'm telling you, I'm really not. No.
Is the cameras like Lehigh?
I think I'm under it.
Should be screen on the outside so you can see when you're over the right lid.
Yeah, that is so nice, though.
I know.
I just don't know how many pools I'm going to need to open this motherfucker because these cement trailers are a bitch sometimes to get the latches open. This one looks like it should be all right, though. They look like they're kind of half up already. But we'll see. Yeah. Is somebody going to answer me then? I'll push the magic button in a minute. Am I too close? I'm too close to this shit.
Right there.
Oh, how am I gonna open the lid? I'm too close to the fucking rack. That's alright. It's like way the fuck over. This is not working for me. I gotta back up and try again. Cause, you know, some places, you know, when you go there all the time, it's a little bit easier to figure it the fuck out. I don't come here that often, so my trailer's way too close.
One side.
I know. I'm gonna go on the right side, hopefully. All right. Well, back it up. Back it up.
Forgot to say, look out! I'm backing up.
Look out below or behind or wherever the fuck. Okay. Now watch, I'll get it way too fucking far away. We're still too close, you know. It happens. Oh my god. I don't want to play this game anymore. Alright. Let's see. They're probably all sitting up there fucking watching the cameras laughing at me anyways, so there's that. Okay. No, forward a little bit. Forward a little bit. No, they probably are because there's literally nobody else here. Look at this stupid lady. I was going to, but like I said, the back of this trailer and the top of this trailer don't look very good, so I didn't want to climb up on top of the tank without a cage. You know, like some rage in the cage.
Despite all
not very kosher. Yeah, despite all the rage. Still, just a rat in a cage. I can't even push the fucking thing down. Okay, well, it's better than it was. The rack is still, like, way over the other side of the trailer, but, hey, it's cool. I'm gonna have to lift it to open the fucking lid anyway.
You're not allowed. We kick you out.
Good. Fucking kick me out. This shit ain't even our fucking loads. Come on, you bitch. One more. Come on, you fucker. Okay, well. Lifty, lifty. Now can I get this? There we go. See, I gotta lift it to fucking flop the lid over. Oh my god. And then I gotta like step on the lid, not fall in the tank. That would be dead, okay?
Dispatch Space Rescue to your fucking location.
Yes. We did it! Alright.
It's like, yeah, how can I help you?
Good morning, I'm loading for Ziegler in York.
Like, I have a problem.
Oh, we don't know where that is. We're going to have to ask you to leave.
Anybody in there?
Okay, bye.
I didn't hear him. They got the speaker all the way over on the other side of the wall. I'm good to go on the right side, right? Ziegler in York. Said 1 to 2. I think. Thank you. You would think. You would think if I'm over here at the rack and that's where the button is to push to talk to them, that the speaker for you to hear them would be over here. No, it's fucking 75 yards away on the building. Make that make sense.
Why can't you hear it clearly? Because you're like...
Because you're like 3,000 feet away. I don't know. Just an idea. Okay. And I got to make sure that I get lined up because if I don't, they don't come help you. You have to push the chute in yourself if you don't get it right. All right, hold on. They might be telling me to stop now.
I know you can speak R2D2. Probably don't have much signal in that fucking tunnel with all this. I just got on the turnpike. Guess who's behind me?
Who's that?
The guy that left before me.
Oh.
he probably got off in Carlisle and went through there to get on the turnpike. It takes longer doing that.
That?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what he said.
You got shitty service in there. You're speaking R2D2 over there.
What's up? Hey, I don't know. What's up?
Okay. I couldn't hear what he said. Never can hear what they say.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm supposed to shut off my engine. It's hot as shit. Can we just get this shit loaded, like, for real?
Yeah, the speakers are probably like, wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah.
There we go. Take off.
Wah, 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 wah. Yes, that's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. No, I said York.
Like, what's that customer again? Ziegler? York? What kind of cement? I don't fucking know. Powdery kind?
Yeah. I was literally just thinking the powdery kind you put water in, you know.
Uh-huh. Stuff that gets hard with water.
Hello?
Quickcrete.
Chris?
Yeah.
Chris, hello?
He's right there.
Yeah. I got full bars here, man. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe if you wouldn't have a fruit for a phone.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great.
Hate it, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man.
Yeah.
Well, every
Hey,
time
guess who's calling me? Hold on. Speaking of, can you hear me now? Miles.
What's up?
You know, same shit every day. Say hello to David and Chris.
Hello?
What's up?
You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. What were you talking?
No, you're fucked up too. Yeah.
This call is now being recorded.
Yo! Yeah, I heard you just fine, but
Oh, that's
still,
better.
I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anybody. You were all over here. I'm like, what the fuck? You fucking Android users need to get your shit together. No, where Janelle's at like in a fucking dead zone. She's inside a fucking tunnel with like tons of cement on top of her. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, because I could hear her fine. It sounded like she was hearing me or whatever, and it was, you know, just not coming across for you or whatever. So it's like, huh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's all good. You know, slowly making my way through Coffeeville down here towards the FedEx Hub. It's one of those little small towns that has like 20-mile-an-hour speed limits.
Yeah.
With all the old buildings and whatnot, and old houses that got the window up in the attic or whatever, you know, like really, really old houses.
Oh, yeah. Little wraparound porches and
Yep.
whatnot.
Probably a lot of spirits hanging around.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of that Chris Hardwick joke where he's talking about how, it was years ago, talking about how every time you see a ghost from like the fucking 1800s, carrying like a lamp and shit, like a like a old school torch lamp. They're always dressed in like. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. He's like, why aren't there any like modern ghosts? They're always from the 1800s.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because one of the podcasts, because I've got a bunch of them saved that like, but I don't jump around, so like I'll be listening to one until it gets up to where I don't have any more episodes, and then I'll jump to another one that I got to catch up on, so I'll catch up on that one. And one of them is called like Haunted Road, and I guess the host for that one, she lives in like a 300-year-old house built in the 1700s or something, and she does her recordings in the closet because more soundproof, I guess, in there.
Yeah. Got like the egg crates in there or whatever
But I guess there was like one of the episodes she did. She said that cause she was, I guess, whatever she was talking about in that episode, that was about like a haunted location that had like a big murder that happened, killed a bunch of people, whatever, killed the entire family or whatever. Or or there was like a crazy doctor that was doing experiments or something, hundreds, dozens or whatever people got killed or whatever, and through all these experiments or whatever. And so the place is like really haunted. And she talked about like when she came to the next episode, she was like, so I thought I'd give you guys kind of a little bit of an update because I don't know if like apparently I stirred something up with the subject I was talking about the other day, because she said she recorded, she left she went to go downstairs, and she came back into her room, and like she said she came into her room and everything was strewn about on the like all over the place. And she was like, so apparently I think I might have touched a nerve. And so like she says, I didn't even say anything. I just very quietly picked everything up, put it back in its place, and went about my day. I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah, I'd be a little thrown off a little bit too, but hey, as long as I was like, I think having spirits there isn't necessarily a big deal. It's more if you have like something dark in there that's gonna try to fuck with you or something.
Yeah.
So
little mischief never hurt nobody.
yeah, I mean, pretty sure we've all had some odd experiences at some point,
Oh yeah.
Like hell before. I mean, I've always been religious to some extent, like where I've got, go to church or whatever. Haven't for a while because of my schedule. but I had like one big kind of a eye-opening and life-changing moment for me when I was at the apartment we moved from, where like back when I was doing like a regular schedule, coming in at like noon, 1 o'clock, whatever. Aaron would go in at 5 or 6, so like she'd get up and go to work, and I would still be in bed, and so like this is before the Eli and Allie thing, but like there's a couple weeks that like she'd go to work and I'd be laying there, kind of like on my right side facing her, towards her side of the bed, and like I would wake up kind of and I'd hear like breathing behind me, like the kind of heavy, like whoa. And I was like, you're like freeze because of course you're like, oh crap, like I don't want to move, like. And so I'd jump off the bed and pretty much, wouldn't see anything, but I'd practically run right through it to go to I figure, I'm going to go down to the bathroom, splash water in my face, and then get back in bed. Usually by the time I got back to bed, I felt fine. But it was like, I felt like I was being like haunted or tormented, So
crazy.
Started like, when I bought my cross that I wear, and literally started like praying a lot more, reading the Bible, whatever, just try to like literally pray over the apartment or whatever, and a couple weeks of doing that, and like whatever it was went away and left me the fuck alone. It was like doing the whole like, Lord bless every square inch of this apartment. Like cast out anything evil or whatever, anything dark. There'll be nothing but your light in this apartment, you know, because like, I was desperate. Because I was like, whatever it is, man, it's scaring the shit out of me. Go away, man, leave me alone. Yeah, we made sure to bless and cleanse and whatnot in the new place, you know, because we weren't having anything weird happen when we moved in. Cause it's a new build, so I think there's only like one previous tenant. But we all had like small experiences, you know, nothing like major, but like I think I told Allie about it. Yeah, I had such like I heard something, so I was like, you know, praying over the house or whatever and blessing it. And I said, if you guys could use your sage and whatever, Allie was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know, because I guess she said that because every so often when she calls for Salix, like she'll whistle for him, she's like Salix, and he won't come, and she'll be, you know, like a kind of a lot louder, and so Salix will come running. When I was telling her, like, yeah, can we sage the house, just you know, just like, you know, open the windows, let it all out, cleanse it, whatever, because it's like nothing major, but it was like little energies that you could feel. And she was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, baby boy came down here a couple times and said that he heard me whistle for him, but I didn't. I was like, oh, wow. But, you know, after the last couple weeks, I think things are good now. It's just a matter of just, you know, when you're in a brand new place or whatever, you know.
Yeah. Sounds and stuff you're not used to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, plus I'm always watching the cats, you know, because cats and dogs, whatever. I figured, you know, like they'll kind of let you know if there's something present. And I really haven't noticed anything with them. They're not acting like, you know, like watching the corners and, you know, acting like something's there or whatever. Cause I know back in the house I grew up in back in Nebraska, whatever, we had a Dalmatian that out of the blue all of a sudden just randomly like. She's laying on the futon watching TV with me or whatever, and all of a sudden she like jumps off the futon, runs over to the corner, stares in the corner growling. We're talking like there's nothing in the corner. There's like staring at this empty corner, just growling, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, show, I'm staying away from that corner right now. But I know with cats and dogs in general, usually they'll be able to see stuff that we can't. So it's like kind of you almost feel safer with them, kind of, because they say, all right, cool. They're gonna be noticing something if I don't see it. So all right, let's see. Hopefully they got me in here for so I don't have to call them or whatever. Last couple times I've been out here, usually it's been already in there, so it's like. But then every so often, it's like you go to check in and it says, no load assigned. Ah, fuck. Come on. Hey, they got me in here. What do you know? Sweet. Versus when I call them, like, oh, yeah, what's your truck number? All right, got you set up for 2 empties coming back. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Two loaded?
I brought 2 loaded, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought double. Yeah, this this truck actually, there's a couple of spare keys up on the dash or whatever, like ones that have the remotes for you to do the keyless. So that's how when when I was gonna be like, hey Dave, I'll call you back in a minute, man. You know, because I was just gonna end the recording, figure I'll just call you and not worry about it. And then of course Janelle popped in. I was like, oh, never mind. I was like, hey, hold on guys, I'll be back.
All good.
Yep. That's why I put it on, you know, like left the truck running, left the phone in the mount, plugged in the charger, just grabbed the keyless remote, just locked it when I went out, you know.
There you go.
Planning ahead, though. You know,
they don't want us having those here. I have no idea why. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No idea. Like, no keyless entry. Like, why?
Nope.
guy doing 59 and 70.
Saturday roll.
He was food. Well, he must be on overtime.
Yep. Start making that money and really slow down. There we go. I literally had my phone out going, all right, let's see if it's going to connect to the truck so I can disconnect.
No, we're still here.
No, I mean, it did. But I was on the Bluetooth section on my phone as I walked back up and I watched it go, oh, found DEA 700. Oh, connecting. And I was like, disconnect.
Well, you got the same stereo I do.
Yep.
That's what ours are. But you have a whoa-whoa.
Yep. Alrighty.
Oh, we had the same stereos in the Max, too. So. Whoever makes these must have a contract with truck manufacturers.
Yep. Let's see.
Friday yet?
Get there.
Yeah.
Just planning ahead, putting the trailers in the app to make sure they come up cleared before I go walk this dolly back to there. Versus like I've gotten an entire set up before and then start to try to dispatch myself. It says, oh, invalid trailer. And I call them like, oh yeah, that was out of service. Fuck.
What the hell? Well, I mean, that's what we probably should be doing anyway, doing it before you hook them up.
And there should be a tag on the fucking trailers.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, there should be a red tag on there. I don't know what's going on. It says it's due for a PM or something. Oh, okay. I was like, well, it's the only empty down here, so. Or it's like, one of the only two, and you gotta take two, and they're like, well, at least grab the one and grab a dolly, bring a dolly back with you. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll do that. I was gonna say earlier, I know how you were feeling with when Jess was trying to find a job, and you're basically the main one working.
Oh yeah, you're feeling that shit now, huh?
Kind of carrying everybody, because Allie's been interviewing at places. Hell, Zoe applied at one of the thrift stores, and she got the because they hire as low as 16, I guess. And she got the we actually we are pretty full up. We'll keep your application filed. Allie got the we went a different direction a couple times already. Erin has interviewed at places and basically been told they're doing a background check, and she hasn't heard anything back from a couple of them so far. And she's all apologizing left and right. I'm so sorry. I'm trying. And I'm like, I don't care so much about you not working somewhere. I mean, obviously I got it, you know. I was like, I care more about the, you know, her not thinking or not feeling like this is home without her stuff. I'm like, it's home for me. Like, I'm cool here. Like, I'm happier here. It's just a matter of I look back and kind of wish I did things differently. So,
well.
You know, it's one of those where you look back and you go, man, yep. Because it's like, obviously, you know what I know now. I wouldn't have been so quick to go ahead and schedule it because they did the impulse buy. You know, like, well, you got to pay the deposit for us to schedule the thing, and the next, if you wait a week or two, it might go up. You know, because it's moving season, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do it. And now I'm like, I should have waited.
They talked you into it, man.
Yep. Like I should have actually because they were the first ones I talked to, and so I should have actually yeah, I'll go ahead and ask you. Let me think about it. I'm gonna call you back. And listen to a few. I talked to a few different companies.
Yeah.
Yep. But you know, I thought I was doing the right thing.
You know, you talked to me about it. I didn't fucking know any better either. I'm like, that sounds legit, you know.
Yep.
Now I want to go find them and fucking hang them upside down by their fucking toenails. Because that's what they deserve for fucking doing that shit. Taking advantage of people, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not cool.
Whew. It's always fun when you manhandle the dolly back to the trailer, and I'm like got my whole weight leaning backwards as I'm slowly making it roll towards the trailer. It's a little bit of a downhill. Then as I get closer, I kind of work my way around the dolly as I'm still keeping it from rolling, and then I get over to the little brake handle, go, you know, pop it. Then doing the due diligence, you know, checking the trailers.
That's right. You know, like your job and stuff, doing.
Nah, you're just supposed to hook up and go, man.
Yeah, well, my manager called. He was like I couldn't. I was doing a post trip. My shit was in the truck, and I saw like you call them back. Like, yeah, sorry, I was post tripping my trailer. He's like, what's that? You know what I mean? Like joking around. Nobody does that anymore. You know, like, yeah.
At least to the extent that when you're going through the on the app, all the post trip stuff, and it's like brakes and airlines and blah blah blah. I'm like, you mean the thumping the tires and looking underneath to make sure?
Yeah. You know, check your fucking lugs every now and then too. You know, make sure that the cap is on there and not leaking fluid for your axle. You know.
Yep.
You know, stupid shit. Check your brakes every now and then.
Do visual, make sure you don't see anything.
And then we got air ride trailers, so we got, they're always looking at the airbags and the brake chambers and stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure they're not popped and shit.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm? Yeah, it's funny. The first full week, whenever you come through security, it's like they got this little, kind of like a little conveyor belt.
And the X-ray machines and shit.
Yeah. Like you got a little conveyor belt. You put your little bucket with like anything like your phone, anything metal. So like I put my phone, my keys, whatever. And as you pull the little bucket out, I guess it's on a little conveyor belt itself. Once you pull one out, the rest of them kind of slide forward. Or the rollers, I guess.
Hold on. Speaking of conveyor belts, Janelle.
Here we are.
Hey!
You finally got y'all loaded out of that fucking dead zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you
I tried to
now.
call you back, and it just went straight to your voicemail.
Oh, okay, cool.
You got
me now.
I was kidding.
No, I was probably waiting for Chris to answer again.
Maybe.
I gotta call him so it'll record.
Yeah.
No. Anyway.
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, so Chris, your conveyor belt thing.
Yeah, going through security at FedEx. Whenever I walk into the truck, it's like I would send my shit through the conveyor belt, and then I'd go scan my badge and walk through the little turnstile thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then like usually I'd grab the first week I'd just grab my shit out of the bucket and be all right guys, have a good one. Yep, see you later. But now it's like I came in and they're like, hey, can you put your bin, your little bucket back over? I was like, oh, sure, yeah, no problem. Thinking like, is that your job? You guys are literally just sitting here watching me walk in. But no, okay, I'll put the bucket back there so you don't have to. You guys don't have to do anything, you know.
Yeah, God forbid you have to do something.
Yep.
Like I didn't realize I have to go through airport security just to walk into FedEx. Like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
The PSA, like waiting around the corner for a pat down.
Body cavity search.
Yeah. Snap of that glove. Yep.
Turn your head and cough.
Yep.
Oh boy. So y'all loading out of there, Janelle?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. 79,580 or some shit.
Apparently there's an accident on 30, Ronks Road.
Oh, yeah, that's way down.
Yeah. I don't know.
It don't affect you none.
Flooding everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
County, They started talking about Manheim and shit, too. They told me about that.
Yeah.
Apparently it's flooded right there, Main Street in 72.
Yep.
Right by Corey's house.
Yeah, I know he goes out the back way to go to work, but I don't know how well he fared this morning, but.
He tried to drive his electric car through the flood and shorted out.
I mean, if I were him, I probably would have just pulled off and been like, fuck it. Everything's flooded. I ain't coming in.
Car.
Right?
End up crying myself and shit.
Started driving through the deep water.
Terrible. Now I feel like somebody should call him.
Yeah, well,
I'm not electrocuted.
Put me to voicemail, so he can call me back.
He might have been busy. He might have been loading.
Yeah. He's out there doing fucking dash loads and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I would call him, but I'll be in Reading in like 20 minutes, so then I'm gonna have to get off the phone and do my retraining with this guy.
Yeah. People don't know how to come out of a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
You meet up with the same guy you trained before, or a different one?
Well, I never trained this guy. He was here when I got here, but he was only here for like 6 months when I started here. So.
God.
And I had 5 years, already when I came here. So.
That's it?
Yeah. Now,
What do you do?
the 5th is my 5th year anniversary for coming to Food Liner. Believe it or
Yeah, I
not.
guess, because you had left QC like right after I started.
Yeah, it was July. I left in July during COVID. July
2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were there for like a year.
Oh yeah, you're gonna sit at home today. Like what the fuck?
Like,
it was
show the
cool
fuck
at
up
first,
that.
and then it was like, this is fucking ridiculous. It's like 2-3 days now.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have that problem here at FedEx.
Yeah, come in and do like where do they send me, like Philly for like $150? Like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can come in and shuttle trailers down to Steelton.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, Corey was running the whole time, never fucking sat. Fucking bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were still slammed out here doing the FedEx runs or whatever. It was annoying as fuck though, because we had to stop at every terminal, and they had the guards out there with the thermometers, so we had to stop.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, you got to go to Yonkers, where they fucking might as well be taking a fucking rectal temperature. They're so fucking ridiculous. The only good thing about going there in that time was how quickly you could get there with no traffic.
Greymont with the damn face scanner and get the little sticker, and that's a pain in the ass.
Where the fuck Miles come from?
He was here before.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been here. Where the hell you been?
I was wondering. I'm sitting over here going, it sounds like Miles out here too, but.
See, that's why I think it was yours, because Miles had called me. I connected him in, and then you hung up.
Oh, so it was Miles calling that fucked everything up. Okay. All right, so it's your fault, Miles. All right. That's what you get for not calling me, motherfucker.
He thought he saw me down in York somewhere.
Yeah. No.
Wasn't me.
No. The fucking soccer town.
That's awesome. Miles on here. Oh man.
Hey, Miles is on here.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's up?
Yo.
I didn't get a speaking of or anything.
I did when he first called.
I didn't hear it. You were in that tunnel. I couldn't fucking hear shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Hey.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can't hear shit. Miles.
Yeah. What up?
Hey. Now we got it.
He can't be on his way into work, so he must be at work and running around.
He's at.
I started at 2:45.
He's having a gay old time today.
Oh yeah.
Gay. Gay
Like
being
the Flintstones.
Means happy.
Yeah. Yeah, gay means happy.
It does.
Believe me, I've been
You've been going
called,
quick gay all day?
So there's a book called Deer Slayer. It's actually a prequel to I was telling Chris about this. It's a prequel to Last of the Mohicans.
Okay.
They use all sorts of verbiage like that. Like, using gay instead of saying happy.
Yeah.
The author, yeah. Because it's like...
He's not gay, he's happy.
It's like 1740 to 1745, the book. No, it's about basically Hawkeye before he was Hawkeye. He was actually called the Deer Slayer. That was what they called him before he got the nickname Hawkeye.
Wish these Amish
Anyway.
people would do these jobs that stop doing them out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, they're trying to make it somewhere. In the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
you know, it's somewhere always starts out as the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
That's how it is.
You go down the road and there's a sign that says 16-ton bridge ahead. Oh yeah. Guess who's going across it? Me.
Just go faster. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just put the pedal to the floor, hold on to the steering wheel real tight, and close your eyes.
Mhm.
So they can't see you when you go over.
Exactly.
There's two women, they were team drivers, tried to cross that bridge up near Pittsburgh or something, and it collapsed. Little steel trestle bridge.
You
It
know?
was had a 5-ton weight limit. They tried to cross it.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, man.
And their excuse was it says 5 tons, but they didn't know how many pounds 5 ton was.
Oh, wow.
That was their excuse.
Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, it was a Swift, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Team drivers.
That twisted the bridge and
I
shit.
couldn't remember if it was Swift or Crusty.
Yeah, I know it was like an old ass bridge that he did that on too. Stupid, yo.
We're out in a farm country, and they're probably pouring the barn floor.
Nah. Is that your truck making all that noise, Miles? What the hell?
Not mine.
What, the beeping?
Not
That's
mine.
that's the dolly actually.
Oh,
The trailer.
You got one of them
Yeah,
beeping dollies.
What is it?
Yeah,
It's
funny
about to eject the trailer?
Well, usually it's the trailers that are beeping on these pups, but this time it's the dolly and the pups are not making any noise at all. So I don't know.
Weird.
Like I don't know. I just work here.
That's right.
My story, and I'm sticking to it. As he gets halfway down the road and goes, huh, where'd that second trailer go?
Yeah. Well, here's beep, 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 beep.
Uh-huh.
Beep, 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 beep.
There's a bit of a boom.
Oh my God, your fucking weigh station's open? Really?
222?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see the.
Good thing it's not on the southbound side.
No, I'm on the northbound side right now.
Well, yeah, it is only on the northbound.
Well, I'm seeing if it's gonna give me the bypass or not.
I did actually come through there one time, and they had a makeshift one set up off the one exit southbound.
Oh yeah.
They had like huge signs like, "Oh, truck must use next exit." And I'm like, huh? The fuck for?
Level up!
Level up!
Peace out, yo. I'm going by, even though you're open. They got it oversized in there right now.
Yeah, don't watch out for them turtles, dude.
No, you wanna step on them. You wanna step on the turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Take it a turtle hurdle or what?
No, talking about the Super Mario Brothers.
Holy shit. Jason loaded ahead of me, and I got here before him. I don't know how I did that. But...
Over
Right,
that,
I gotta go to
he
work.
went over that bridge you weren't supposed to go over.
Probably.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
All these damn photos I gotta take.
Oh my God, is that going to do that the rest of your drive?
No, I'm back here doing the inspection
No,
photos.
once
on
he
the
hooks up and releases the brakes, it'll shut up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once I'm back in, but I'm back here having to take a photo of the connection, take a photo of the,
Morning.
the making sure the locking jaws are all the way across, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's a buzz. There's especially when it's doubles, it's like there's 25 pictures I gotta take, but like on 53, it's like, hey, 5 of them.
All right, time to go to work.
All right, Miles. Enjoy.
Have fun.
man.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Even though I didn't realize for a minute.
Yeah, I thought I heard him earlier, and I'm like, nah, he's not on here.
I thought he had said something, and I was like, that sounded like Miles, but he didn't say much, so I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I literally, he called and I merged him in and introduced him. I forget what the introduction was, but then you hung up. And I looked at it, and he's, talking to you guys, and, oh, well, you're the only one here, so,
Maybe the recording got it, but I couldn't hear nobody.
Yeah. Well,
after
I
that
heard,
point.
Man. But I mean, I heard you could know, but I didn't catch him coming in there, so I don't know.
He did.
So I have no idea.
Obviously. So it's Miles' fault.
Yeah. Our story, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah. I got to be in control. Well, I bypassed the way station, and cops aren't chasing after me, so I'm good.
Oh, nice.
There was one
usually
sitting there too. They
usually give you a little bit of head start, though.
Outside. Yeah. Well, no, I mean I got the drive-wise shit. You know what I mean? They know that. They know who has it and who doesn't. It's not, you know. I'm glad I don't have to pull in there. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Because it's not a direct back on. You got to go down and make a right and then a left and then get back on a ramp and go up a fucking hill. It's great.
Do a figure eight, go through a tunnel and.
Yeah. Yep. Do
put your heels together. Do the hokey pokey.
Yep. That a little bit of the electric slide too. As long as I don't have to do number 5, we're good.
Allentown, Center City, exit 60. Guilty.
Half a mile from Business 222.
I'm 7.5 miles from 222 South.
Go through Shillington.
Chi-Town. I used to live in.
I know. You said you went to school there, right?
No.
No, I thought you did.
Oh, my school was down where you got off at 340 to Horseshoe Road.
Oh,
you drove
Horseshoe
past
Road.
my
That's
school.
right. I was a lot of places that day. Didn't get done till 5:30 at night. It was great.
Was my school until I got expelled, yes.
Yes, of course. Because you're a bad girl.
Exactly.
With your Jetta and your rap music.
You got it. With so many extra speakers, I needed a capacitor.
Uh-huh. The flux capacitor? Time travel?
Yes, definitely a flux capacitor.
Yeah, I was on a list of movies that turned 40 years old this year. Fucking Back to the Future. I'm like,
oh wow.
My goodness.
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy.
Ooh. Finally utilizing the new sunglasses. Last couple of days have been
too.
dark and gloomy and whatever, so have them sitting up on the dash going, I don't need them. I'm surprised. Today I'm it's clear skies. I'm I'm blinded.
Yep. Money well spent.
points well spent.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm using the pilot points since I don't feel there anymore. I'm kind of getting a few things here, a few things there. Got Aaron one of the birthday presents, I guess, in that little glass case that has like all the different.
Oh, right.
Got her a little thing that has has a little glass heart on a little platform. Says like something about like my wife, my best friend, or something. And I was literally sent a picture to my kid, whatever. I was like, hey, what do you think? She goes, I don't know, man. Your choice. I was like, what do you think I should get, Mom? I'm trying to get your opinion about it. She goes, I don't know, maybe one of the rose. I was like, oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't care. There's a lot of nice stuff in there, so.
Yeah. Trying to get their help and they're being kids. Typical.
Where you start the conversation like, go in the other room, do not be near Mom before I ask you this question. She's like, okay, what? I'm in my room. Okay.
Keep me hanging on. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yeah, compared to what I was doing down there in Tennessee, where the old boss is always telling me like, oh yeah, you're going to be on this dedicated, or you're going to be on that one, or this is the plan, and then never happened. So it's nice to actually be doing something consistent. It's like, hey, I know what I'm doing tonight, Dave. You weren't lying, man. It feels pretty good.
Which one? I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying actually knowing what you're doing from day to day. I was like, you weren't lying. It feels pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Because waiting to find out what you're doing, it's like kind of sucks. And then just never getting a phone call from him.
Yeah. And then if you try to set some kind of plan or whatever, and then your phone rings like an hour later, you're like, ugh.
Yep.
No, somebody sent me a message about high-speed police chase in Winchester ended in West Virginia. The 4-mile marker, one lady getting through. Great.
Oh, wow.
That's down to 81 there. I'm guessing they wrecked out or, finally stopped them or whatever, and probably like 20 fucking cop cars.
Spike strips.
Yeah. Just what we needed this time in the morning, right? I don't know. I'm in fucking Reading. I can care less.
Reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I sent you a reel where there was like a high-speed chase where they're chasing the pickup truck, and the guy kept swerving into oncoming traffic, and I guess the cop right behind him got the order to do a pit. Only he did it too far up. So like he pitted him, and the pickup trucks rolled pretty bad. But then the next thing you know, in the video, because you see the car behind the cop, recording it all, he thought that the cop car flew through the air too, and it was like, oh shit. So the truck driver, I guess, died on impact, and the cop, he lived, but he had some pretty bad injuries or whatever from it, because he saw like it flying through the air, taking out like electrical, poles or whatever, and it's like, ooh, fuck.
Oh. Wow.
But I guess it was better to do that than to let him take out a couple cars on the other side, I guess,
New low prices for fireworks. Right here in the parking lot of the Shillington Shopping Center.
I know where you're at.
Uh-huh.
There's an Arby's,
Yeah.
Dunkin',
Yeah.
and I don't even know what else is there.
Wells Fargo.
I haven't been up there for like ever.
There's a Wells Fargo in the parking lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to park your car there. Fucking dickhead.
That's all right.
Well, it's okay. I got over to get around the car in the suicide lane. The car behind me almost didn't fucking get behind me, like get over behind me. Like he was gonna try to pass me on the right and almost slammed into that car.
Nice.
They would have served him right. Fucking dickhead.
Yeah, he would have still blamed you though.
Oh yeah. Like no, I was. He shouldn't have been parked there, but I wasn't gonna hit him. I moved to avoid it. I had to. I didn't have a choice. That was like the fourth person I've seen running down the fucking sidewalk here. What the fuck? They like to run around here, I guess, for fun.
Yeah, no.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if something's chasing me and I don't have my gun. Other than that, no.
Yep. Or, you know, you already unloaded all your magazines into it and it's still coming after you.
Right? That would have been my luck with that, like, 500-pound bear.
Uh-huh. And then there's this fucking guy trying to leave this shopping center in the middle of the fucking road. Yeah, you're an idiot. You should not be allowed to make a left out of there.
There's probably a sign there that says you can't, but he's
Probably
just not paying
Probably
attention.
is. Yeah. Well, he was out in the middle of the road.
Dummy.
Yeah. Well, at least he was smart enough to back up.
If he were smart, he wouldn't have been there to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Up the hill.
So where do you go out there?
What's his name of the street? Angelica or something?
Oh, okay.
Bimbo.
Okay.
I think the mayor's Italian bread.
Okay.
You know, my favorite. When I, get bread, I get mayor's.
Yeah.
You know, it's like right here in the middle of this fucking neighborhood and shit.
Mhm. Right near the Giant.
Sure.
The original DNS sandwiches.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
There's
good.
a fucking pizza shop down on the road you turn on. One of these days I'm gonna try that place.
But
Yeah,
today is not the
right on
day,
time.
or
No, it's just like a pizza place, like a little pizza shop.
yeah.
Of course, this guy's got to be fucking hooking up right now. This trailer, this Sarah Lee trailer. He can't hook up because it's dropped too fucking high. Loser.
I don't know what I'm doing now. It's too high.
Oh, look at this dude in his Escalade. He was behind me coming up the road.
Does it have spinners on it?
No. But this is a private area. Like, he shouldn't be back here. He don't fucking work here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. He was behind me, and then I made the the right and to come up into the plant. And he kept going straight, but then he came up the side road that comes to the back of the building, and then he stopped and turned around.
Mm.
Oh,
Wait,
he fucking lives over here. He's parked on the side of the road.
Okay.
But he was on the opposite side, so. We'll need to get about it. This guy just be glad it was me that came first and not Bruce. He would have been still sitting here trying to back in. He's still cranking them landing gear up.
Maybe he needs some help. Go help him.
Oh.
See ya, buddy.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I just wish this twat would turn the fucking bright-ass light facing backwards on his truck off.
Oh, he was just lowering it so he can get under it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, raise your fucking fifth wheel up, bud. Oh, right. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah. No, those are a nice feature, though.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because then you get the trailers that you can't crank them down because the fucking landing gears are all stiff. It's like, oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a lot of those, too. Where they just, like, won't fucking grease them.
Yep.
Inspection. Oh, no, not inspection. I'm unloading. What the fuck? There's Bruce.
The Bruce is loose.
Yeah. He won't get back. He won't even try, but while that guy's sitting there, even though I just did it. I got in the hard spot, too.
Dave gets the gold star for the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for just doing my job.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people out here that don't.
Oh, I know. 83.98. 102.83.98. 102.83.
98.
BOL doesn't. Oh.
102.83.98.
No, because I hit the O instead of the I.
Oi.
Now that works. One instead of win. Stupid phone. 8 o'clock.
You really gonna blame the phone because you fat fingered it?
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
It's like, so you admit Apple's a problem.
Big juicy shard out. All right. Glad I'm in MMR country. All right, ladies, gentlemen. I'm here, Bruce is here. Hopefully he doesn't hit my truck trying to back in.
Good luck.
With like 8 foot of room and lines on the ground to back into. So.
Yeah. Can't. Still fail.
Yeah. You all enjoy.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.